Come on, come on. Hey, we're live here at the Agents of Unexplained podcast. And of course, you got me, Bill Rigby. I'm sorry, my intro music ain't working. I don't know what the heck I did to it. Mike Hartman, I know he's going to say something to me about it, saying, yeah, Bill playing with technology again. But he might be right. But anyhow, we have Angel from the Ghost Chicks. She's here tonight. I've been excited about this for a week. She
Me too.
is she is an awesome woman. She really is. She's fun. She's actually a boots on the ground investigator. She gets
Yeah.
out there a lot. For 2 weeks she spent in Gettysburg. And
Oh, yeah.
she didn't come back a skeleton. And she didn't bring me back a skeleton. She brought back some ghost stories, though. But anyhow, Angel, tell the people about yourself.
Okay. All right. So I'm Ghost Chick Angel here. Everybody who watches my videos knows I always start out like that. Ghost Chick Angel here. So I've been doing this for 20 plus years. Okay. I was hunting ghosts and dead things when it wasn't cold.
Yep.
So I go everywhere. Like Bill said, I went to Gettysburg for 2 weeks. Actually, I stayed in Gettysburg for 2 years because I love this stuff so much. Then came home for a little while, and now I just go back like every couple months, and I go and stay with friends and pound the ground there for a week or two at a time. Yeah, I just went to Crescent Sanitarium not too long ago down near Altoona.
Yeah, I know exactly where that's at.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you, that's a good time. I'll tell you about that later. I went to Waynesboro, to the Hoover House, the 1912 Hoover House. It was really fun. Yeah, not much scares me anymore. I don't run from any ghost. So I like to take people with me though. I love to take people ghost hunting with me because Bill.
Of course.
You have to take people with you. Number
oh
one,
my God. The
you don't
scare.
go alone. And also, I'm sure like with people with you, when they go Bigfoot hunting, they're like, I'm gonna go out and find Bigfoot. And they've never been out there before and they've never done stuff. And it's the same thing whenever you're dealing with this kind of stuff.
Yep.
If you don't know what you're doing, don't play with it. Don't play with it. And I'm like, God, don't come crying to me whenever you have an attachment because it can't happen.
Yes.
I'm sorry your head spun around counterclockwise. It wasn't supposed to. Did you go by yourself? Did you know what you were doing? No. So I try to educate people and I try to keep them, in line. And I do take this really seriously. I mean,
yes, you do. You do.
People might think that I'm a big joker and stuff, but I am. I mean, but when it comes to going to find the ghosts and the paranormal and the spirits and whatever else, I take this very, very seriously. So I like to teach people how to do this in the proper way. I don't want them to get hurt. I don't want them to
exactly. Here's the thing too. When you do go out, you explain what's going on too.
Yeah.
I caught that on your videos. I'm trying to fix this so I can read my everything going on because I can't read names here, but I can on my phone. So
that's cool.
Yeah. And it won't let me do it. I was trying to do something different here. It won't let me. Okay. We'll do this way. Nope. Oh well. That works. That's how it works. And by the way, let me tell you who said hi to you. We got Balls, Barb Straw. Michael Anthony's here. Sydney McDonald's head spinning around. Damn. Josh Edsley here. He just joined. Sydney's a cool guy, really cool guy.
Cool.
I love Sydney. I just met him at one of my Bigfoot meetings, and he first I met him, and he was cool. But anyhow, these people all said hi.
Hello.
I'm glad you guys are here. We're still trying to do stuff, trying to get things going. And if you go to my agent's page after the show, if you didn't go beforehand, this crazy angel put up some pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. But Angel,
Yes.
let's talk about those pictures.
Okay, let's talk about those pictures. Okay. Well, I'm going to bring them up here on my phone so I can see which ones I'm talking to you about. Most of them I caught, of course, in Gettysburg. A couple of them I caught around here. But, okay, where are they at? Okay. So the first one is a picture of a door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's like plexiglass in it. That one I took at the Farnsworth House Inn, which is on Baltimore Street in Gettysburg. Anybody who knows Gettysburg area?
Yeah, I do a little bit.
Okay, so that house was there during the Battle of Gettysburg. Okay, it was owned by a man named Harvey Sweeney, and he owned it as it was a kind of like a hotel then too, but it was there. But it has a ton of activity in it. That place is so busy. A lot of people say it was the so-called sniper's roost that shot the only citizen in Gettysburg, Jenny Wade. I don't know. It's kind of far-fetched story to me, but anyways, other than that, though, I will tell you there's a ton of activity there. So I was in the kitchen in that place because I know the Farnsworth House people, great people, wonderful people, fantastic people. You can go on their tours and stuff there, and you can get in the basement and up there in the garret and stuff, and you can see firsthand, you know, how these people, you know, had to have lived back in 1863 during the battle. Well, I'm in the kitchen, and I just kept getting this feeling like something was looking at me, and I'm like, there's something here. So I'm just snapping pictures left and right. You know, a lot of it's just, you know, I've got a really good picture of a mixer. This one blows my mind because as I started to zoom in, I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, that's a little girl's face. And if you zoom in, you can catch it down in the very corner of that plexiglass. And that plexiglass is pretty clear. I mean, they clean it. It's not, you know, it doesn't have a bunch of scratches and crap on it.
Right.
Because that's another thing. As I debunk everything. I am the biggest skeptic when it comes to ghost hunting you'll ever find. I'm like,
gotta be.
I'm like, that's not a ghost. Nope, that's not a ghost.
Wait a minute. You gotta be, no matter what you're investigating. That's awesome. I'm glad you said that. Go ahead, hon.
Yep, I'm the biggest skeptic. So when I started going through these, I was like, what is that? And then I zoomed it in. I was like, I finally caught what was spying on me all night. I mean, every time I turned around, I was just getting like these goosebumps and my hair's standing up. I mean, it stands up anyways, but I mean, it was even worse. And I was like, there's something here. And I just couldn't catch it. It was hitting my K2 meter, my EMF reader, and then it would be gone. It's just gone. And I'm like, okay, so I'm going to chase it. I'm going to chase it all through this kitchen if I have to. And I did. And I finally caught it, you know, peeking just a little bit out of that plexiglass. And I was like, oh, that's a good one. So, yeah. So that one was exciting.
Hey, my hiking buddy's here. And so is Jim Sparks, Sparky. Sparky's a ghost hunter also.
Howdy, Sparky. Got to get together sometime.
Yeah. he's my Bigfooting buddy too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, I mean, people are like, well, I believe in ghosts, but I don't believe in Bigfoot or UFOs or anything else. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, explain that to me. Explain that to me. Because if you believe in one, there is no way you don't believe in the rest. It's all
That's
paranormal.
right.
It's all paranormal.
That's right. That's right. The thing is, too, my wife, she believes in ghosts big time. She's seen them. Okay.
Okay.
She hasn't seen a UFO. She hasn't seen a Bigfoot. She knows I seen a UFO. She knows I seen a Bigfoot.
Mhm.
She don't believe in them till she sees them.
Wow.
She's that type of person.
Wow.
And that's what's crazy. Nikki Pollard. That's the girl we went down that did
Down
that
by
Bigfoot.
Johnstown. Yeah.
And she, her brothers believes in Bigfoot and aliens, but not ghosts.
Come with me.
Every town got a ghost.
Yeah.
Every town. I don't care. Especially this town here, Sharon.
Yeah.
There's hardly a new house in Sharon. All right. They're all old houses. They all have stories. So, how can you not believe in them?
Yeah. How can you not? I mean, whatever. I mean, people think I'm weird, but
I don't think it.
Yeah, well, you know it. But how I got started doing this though, Bill, is I grew up in an old house. It was the first house that was built in Reefer Hollow by the original Reefer family. So I grew up with them. I grew up with ghosts. I could see them.
You grew up with Reefer.
Well, that too. That was in my teens. That was much later. We cannot can't keep a sign on that road for anything. Somebody takes it, it's gone. And I'm like, yeah, well, I grew up in the Reefer house. So, but when I was little, it was crazy because I was born in Michigan. And then we moved to Pennsylvania when I was like 2. And then shortly after that, we moved into that house with my grandmother. And I was scared of that house from day one. And I actually remember it. So ever since I was little, these people would come at me in that house. I mean, there's this man that comes out of the closet and stands over my bed. This little old lady walks through the kitchen. And my Uncle George, who grew up, who lived with us our whole entire life, was so funny one day because I was like 6. And he's sitting in his chair, and he was more like a grandfather to me. He's sitting in his chair, and he looks over in the bathroom, and he goes, "What do you suppose makes that towel do that?" And the towel is in the bathroom just going, woo, woo, woo. And I'm going, I don't know. So stuff like that happened to me all the time. And like I would tell my mom, I would be like, "Mom, there's a man in my room." And she'd be like, "No, there's not. Shut up and go to bed." And I'd be like, "Well, did you just see that old lady in the kitchen?" She's like, "There isn't one. Shut up and just go away." So everybody always thought I was crazy. So for a long time, this is my superpower. I see dead people. I'm like Haley Joel Osment on The Sixth Sense. I've always seen them. So if I tell you there's one there, there's one there because I'm looking right at it. And for a long time, though, I never told anybody because my mom always told me, "No, there's not. You're being stupid. You're being crazy. There's not one there. You're making stuff up, Angel." So I didn't tell anybody for a long time because I was afraid to, Kind of like if you see Bigfoot, do you really tell a whole bunch of people I just saw Bigfoot? Or are they going to tell you you're nuts? So I'm like, yeah, I'm like Haley Joel Osment. I see dead people. I'm not a medium. I'm not a medium at all. I'm a 2X. Okay? I can't talk to them. I cannot speak to them. I see them. That's all. But everybody always told me I was nuts. Now I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go with it because I'm at that age now. I'm like, what are they going to do? You know? So I go and I try to find out, why are they still here? Why? Because I don't understand why they're here. You know? What is it? What is it that keeps them here? So that's why I do what I do. That's why I go out and investigate, because I can see you. Now I want to know why you're still here, because I don't know why that man was still. Oh no, where'd you go? I don't know where Bill went. Bill is dearly departed. Don't tell him I said that. Hello? Oh boy. What happened? Let's see. I'm looking for him. I just sent him a message. It says, where did you go? Oh, no. What if Bill was a ghost? Is it me? Maybe I disappeared. Oh, no. Like my cup. Wait till you see the other side. Not today, Satan. There you are.
There I am. I froze up.
Don't worry, I was keeping them entertained. I don't know if they could see me or not, but I'm talking to myself.
I saw you. I could see you off my phone. I'm like, I yelled at the grandkids to get off the internet too because they froze me up.
Oh, see?
Yeah.
Grandchildren.
Wait till you see the other side. But anyhow. Sorry about that, folks. Sydney thinks that's a cool cup. You got to get him one.
It is a cool cup.
Yeah.
It is a cool cup. Not today, Satan. Not today.
Yeah. Not today, Satan. Not today. Trying to take me away, are they? But oh man, yeah. But anyhow, we're all right. I was catching everything off my phone. So yeah, well, your parents would say that to you about you just being crazy, you're just being nuts, because they don't want to admit it either.
Yeah. Well, and then when I was in third grade, do you know where the Baker Mansion is in Altoona?
Yes.
Did you ever hear of it? Okay. We went to the Baker Mansion and we did the whole tour when I was like in third grade. And I walked into the Baker Mansion and there was this woman standing in there and she wasn't there. Okay. She's there, but she's not there. And I keep looking at her and I'm like, oh no. You know, what do I do? Well, and she was scary. I mean, I was just a little girl and she was kind of scary looking and it made me cry. And the teacher was so mad at me. And I told her, I said, there's a woman over there. And she's like, no, there isn't. And I'm like, yes, there is. And she's like, you're going to get in trouble. You know, she's like, I'm not going to put up with this. And I'm like, okay. So I just kind of quit telling people, you know, when I started seeing stuff. But like my husband tells me all the time, he's like, I can tell when you see it. He said, because your face gets all funny looking. And I'm like, my face is funny looking anyway. But
that's what he loves about you.
He's like, when I see your face going like all crazy, he's like, I know what you're seeing. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, at least you can pick it up now.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, he's cool as hell too. I love your husband. He is cool. He got to be. He puts up with you.
that's what I was gonna say. He puts up with me and my craziness. So,
But yeah, you know, seeing people can't, a lot of people can't comprehend that, Angel. Seriously. You
yeah.
know, how are you doing this? Are you just saying it because we don't see it? But no, yeah, I believe you. And, you know, it's definitely, I don't know how you can put it. I had a premonition, and I'm not going to say anything on the air because family members might be watching. And the tragedy happened a day after I had that dream,
Mm-hmm.
and it's tragic, and it still bothers me to this day. And and
Understand.
it's been 50 plus years, and it still bothers me. And after that happened, I kept saying, I do not and I will not and have a dream like that again. I'm not going to. If I do, I'm blanking it out. And I must have, because I don't know if I ever had another dream like that again or not. I don't know. Because I don't remember anymore after that. But
Yeah.
it terrified me. It really did. I was young. I was like 10, 11 years old when that happened.
Oh,
So, you know, and the thing is, I won't say it on the air. I'll talk to you privately about it, you know,
okay.
but I won't sue it on the air because I'm still friends with the family. There's several family members still left, and I don't want them to hear this. And they're good people.
Yeah.
Um,
I
the
do it
other
all.
thing, yeah,
Like I can tell you when somebody's gonna die. My sister-in-law just passed away not long ago. And the funny thing is though, they were getting ready to move her from the hospital to like an assisted living care facility.
right.
So she was kind of she was getting better. Well, I went to bed that night and I got up in the morning and I walked through the living room on my way to the bathroom and my husband was sitting at the breakfast nook. And I looked at him, I said, hey, by the way, your sister passed away last night, and I went in the bathroom. So I came out and he's on the phone with his other sister. He's like, okay, all right, bye. He looks at me, he goes, you're a freaking witch. He goes, Nancy. I'm like, I freaking told you she did. I was like, what? You didn't believe me? But I've done that. I have done that
Yeah.
with so many people. And so now I don't even like beat around the bush with them. And I just know. And I'll tell them, I'll be like, I think so and so is gonna pass away or whatever. And it will happen like the next day or whatever. And he'll be like, he's like,
Okay.
he calls me a witch all the time. He's like, you're a witch. I'm like, well, you know, better than calling me the other word that rhymes with witch. But
He
yeah,
probably does that under his breath.
yeah.
But no, you know, yeah. So that, that how does that make you feel knowing you can see that?
um, I used to be scared. I won't lie to you. It used to scare the crap out of me because I thought I was crazy. I really did there because people told me I was crazy, and then I thought I was crazy, and then for a long time I would just ignore them like they weren't there. Like try to like turn my head and be like looking somewhere else.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, hey, how you doing? you know, I see you. I'll be over in a second.
Yeah.
Well, now it
Uh,
comes a lot easier. The ones that I have a hard time with is I see them in two different ways a lot of times. And sometimes, like if it was a violent death and they're still stuck here, they
oh,
look
that
like
got to be.
when they died.
Yeah.
So sometimes it can be a little creepy. It's kind of like, dude, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Like, I'm really sorry. Those ones I really don't know how to process sometimes. But the other ones, that are just
Uh,
passed away, comfortably in their
yeah.
sleep or
Yeah.
whatever. That's why I always
The,
tell people,
the violent ones, I don't know how I would react other than, oh, we got to clean you up.
I know I'm like,
That's what I would be thinking. We got to clean you up. But
yeah.
oh, we're in trouble.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble right now.
Who's here?
The diva, Mike Hartman, is watching.
Oh, hello. Hello, Mike.
He's my brother from another mother. I love this guy.
You mean the Flatlander from the other night?
Yes. You got it, Angel. You got it, on.
I know he's not really from the flatland part. He's got some hills where he lives, but
yes, he does.
I mean, it's still Ohio, and I give you my sincere condolences there, Mr. Mike.
Oh, I'm not saying nothing. I'm going to behave. Yeah. But anyhow, he is a good guy, and I'm glad he's out in the woods right now, and he joined us. So that's awesome.
Well,
and yeah, we got, I don't know, someone said hi, everyone, and they came in on another Facebook page. Sparky's on YouTube, but he went and did a poop break. I don't know if he's back yet or not. Need a plunger? We'll hire a ghost to bring one over. No. Oh,
crappy job, but somebody's got to do
it. Oh, man. But I know I'm going to get in trouble tonight. I just know it with you. I'll
be texting you tomorrow. I don't understand. I'm in Facebook jail.
I'm kicked off of YouTube. But I had another ghost experience. Oh my God. The man of the hour. It's Norm Dobek from Theta Wave Blue Media. He's the one that helped me come up with the name of my group.
Uh-huh.
He's helped me get a lot of stuff going. That's my man, Norm. Hey, need anything, the man's there. He is great. I can hook you up.
All right.
There, Norm. I told you I'd plug you. He's out west for his daughter's wedding.
Oh, wow.
She ain't getting married for a few more days, but she got this week's worth of list that she needs done on her place.
Honey-do list.
Yes. Daddy do list.
Yep.
Poor guy. Love him. Love him. Hey, we got my squatchy ex-wife out here too, Debbie Preggy. When you and me go on a ghost hunt, we're taking her.
All right. Good enough.
And we will take her.
We got to go ghost hunt.
Yes, we do. She is my squatchy ex-wife. Me and her have been through a lot in the woods. She was with me when I had my sighting, my Bigfoot sighting. She wasn't down as far as I was because she actually did get scared because from the left side of us, we had small stones and nuts getting thrown at us. And she's watching over that way. And I went on down about 90 paces, and out of the corner of my right eye, I saw a little bit of movement. I turned and looked, and there it was about 15 feet away from me on the right side. She's still getting, her and Mike Bennett still getting this stuff thrown at them from the left side. And I'm about 90 paces down the trail ahead of them. And I got one on the right side of me. It's like, oh, I'm ready to poop my pants.
Hey, I'm just going to tell you right now. Okay. That's my, I don't know, fight or fear or flight or whatever
Yeah.
mechanism, I pee first and then I run. So I tell people who go ghost hunting with me, listen, we don't run during ghost hunting, but if you see me pee and run, you better run because that means something serious is about to go down.
If you don't slip in the puddle.
Yeah, don't slip in the middle.
Oh, geez. But no, and I come running back to them, and I was scared. And this man don't get scared. I might get startled once in a while. I don't get scared. It took me a little while to get over that. But she was there with me. I'm glad she was. Me and her found footprints. We had nuts and stuff thrown at us in Shenango Township here in Mercer County.
Mhm.
We found prints over there. We've been down to Moraine, Lake
Oh,
Arthur, Moraine.
Mhm.
We've been there. She's my squatchy ex-wife. That's what we call. She's awesome. We love her. She's been working a lot of hours. She's a nurse at a home over in Ohio, and so we don't get out with her much lately. She needs to find a better job that don't work so many hours,
Yeah,
so she
that's
can
a
get
rough.
out with us. But let me tell you about another ghost experience I had. This is about 11 years ago. My wife and I bought a house over here in Majory, Ohio, just over the hill from where we're at right now.
Yeah, that's mine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even a 3/4 of a mile away. Bought this little house just for me and her. We're in there. I'm working 60 hours a week, 10-hour days, 6 days a week, doing fire and water damage restoration. So I get home, I get cleaned up, get something to eat, sit there, watch TV with her. We might go out one night or 2 nights a week to go eat, and then go to bed. Well, she got up, went to the bathroom. She comes back in, and she wakes me up, wanting to know who that little girl was playing with my hair. I looked down and went, "What little? You're dreaming. I'm sleeping here. There ain't no one playing with my head." She says, "Yeah, there was, and she ain't there now." "Who was it?" "I don't know what the hell you're talking about." Get in bed, go to sleep. Right? I'm dog tired. I laid back and went right back to sleep. Nothing. A couple nights later, this was January. It was freezing cold out. I bought a grill and I'm putting it together in the kitchen. Well, my daughter Mary and my wife were sitting in the living room BSing. And it was kind of funny because she sitting there just joking, laughing, having a good time. And I'm working on it, and I looked off to my left a little bit. Who the hell is it? And I turned and looked. This little girl, about 7 years old, standing next to me. I went, "Whoa, wait a minute." And I get up. I go into the living room. I says, "She's here." "Who's here?" My wife's looking at me like I'm crazy now. I said, "That little girl, she's in the kitchen." And she goes, "I told you I wasn't not seeing things, that she was here."
Mm-hmm.
I walked back into the kitchen and I went, I'm looking around. She's not there now. I said, "I hope I didn't scare you. If you're here, it's fine, as long as you don't cause problems. You cause problems, I'm going to ask you to leave. But you're welcome to stay as long as you want. I don't care. If you need help with anything, let me know somehow. But we're here for you." Didn't see her after that. So I don't know. I don't know what happened to her.
Do this because
Yeah.
why are they still here? Why?
Yeah.
The other side has to be a lot better than it is here. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think this world sucks peanut butter baloney.
That's not what I say.
I'm keeping it PG for you, you know. But
Yeah. Yeah, me too. That's why I said that. That's all the further I went.
why
It
are they
says
so weird?
Facebook user says, "Hey, Angel, fellow ghost chick Angel." I don't know who that was. I can't see it. She's probably on a different page than I am. But yeah, because I'm on the Bigfoot one, and so I don't see who's saying anything. If I go to the agent ones, I'll probably see. But anyhow, yeah. So I'm still trying to figure out what happened to her because I'm hoping nothing happened to that poor little girl.
Yeah, that you know what? That's my favorite part of this. Of what I do is I try not to do too much research about where I'm going before I go. I wait till
Yes.
after. I wait till after I go. So I do my investigation, you know, and see what I can find. And then when I find stuff, then I start doing research and see if other people have had it because I don't want their experiences influencing me in any way. Because,
Right.
like I said, I'm a skeptic, you know, make a believer
Yep.
out of it. Even if I can see you, I'm still a skeptic, which people are like, how can you be a skeptic if you can see him? Nope, I'm still a skeptic because I still don't believe that thing is standing there until it reaches out and tells me it's here. And,
Right.
you know, so when I catch EVPs or photos or whatever, you know, just those little things get me so excited, you know, and then I start doing
Yes.
research and finding out, you
Yeah.
know, and digging. And that's my favorite part of doing it is the digging and finding the research and, you know, going to these different historical societies and stuff and
Oh my God.
finding out about the areas and about this and about that. And it's just that's the part that really interests me. I love the history of everything.
Oh, no, same here. Yeah, and this town here got so much old history. It's crazy. It's an old steel mill town, and we got so much going on here historically. You know,
Yeah.
and a lot of it's getting tore down, and I'm upset about it. But it's Lori here. Your
Oh,
side,
Lori.
yeah, Lori. That's
Lori.
who.
Hi, Lori.
Uh, and Ron Strock and Taco's here too. My buddy Rob. Uh, Taco, I had to jump to this page to see you spoke on because I was on another page. I'm glad you're here, Taco. Um, yeah, Taco's a good guy. He likes to dog me out a lot when we play volleyball. uh, but I miss those guys. I got to get down there before winter hits just to see them one more time. Uh, there's a group of them. They're awesome.
You know, that's
But
happening next Tuesday, right? Winter. We're
you want to
supposed to be
fight, don't you? You want to fight?
I'm just
Don't you?
saying.
Don't swear at me. uh,
Hey, I
yeah.
hate it as much as you do.
No. No one
Yeah.
hates winter as much as I do. No one does.
Hey, listen. Try being a fat chick in wintertime. That stuff gets cold. It doesn't defrost until May.
Oh, shit. That's enough insulation. Shut up.
Oh no.
I'm skin and bones, you know, and it's like
Ask
there's
any
no
butterborn
insulation.
person.
Oh, God, here we go. I folks, I'm sorry. This is supposed to be PG, but she's gonna get me going. But hey, tell the people about your Bigfoot experience.
Oh, Bigfoot.
Yeah,
Again.
you're the big hairy guy, you know.
Okay, so it was dark. I was little. I was growing up in that house. I don't know what it is about that house. But I guess crap happens at that house. But my bedroom was on the bottom floor of the house, and right outside of my bedroom were stairs that went up to this little porch, which incidentally came in great whenever I turned into a teenager. Don't tell my mom. But I was like 8 years old and I was laying in bed because my bed was right up against that window. And the whole, like, it's like after midnight and I hear on the side of the house, like right underneath my bedroom. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? So I looked out the window and I could see like this head. Well, me being 8 years old, flew out of bed and up the stairs I went and jumped on top of my dad. And I'm like, there's something outside and it's big. And my dad's like, no, there's not. Just go to sleep. Shut up. You know, it's another one of them things, you know, nobody ever believes Angel when she says something. But
no, she's crazy.
Angel's crazy. Next morning, we get up. That whole entire screen, like right outside that window, was ripped off. And the bushes and everything right beside there were like all smashed. Like something big was there. And I was like, okay. Well, then a couple days later, again, I get in trouble for nothing that I did. But right across, like the road was, I don't know, like maybe 50 feet away from the house. And then we had this big field. And we had a big garden. And then there's like a little creek beside it, a creek, as we call it in Pennsylvania. There was a creek. And then, and then the hillside. Now, where my mom and dad live, Bill, is right near Keystone Lake on 210.
I know where that's at.
Okay. So, like, there's Sagamore, the big ass lake, and then you hit Elderton and Gastown. Okay. So, we live back. In fact, if you go up over the hill from my mom and dad's house, you're going to fall into the lake eventually. So, the next, like, couple days later, I got in trouble because across from the creek, there was like, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. It just looked like all these trees were like wrapped up all into one. And my dad was like, what the heck were you kids doing? Because we were always building cabins or something in the woods, you know? He's like, why would you do that? Look at that. That looks like, he's like, what are you trying to do over there? And I got in big trouble. And I was like, it wasn't me. I didn't do that. We didn't do that. That's not where we were playing. We were playing up behind that house in the other hill. He's like, no, you weren't. And I got drugged down there and he's like, look at that. And he was like so mad at me. And also, like, half of the tomato plants were trampled and I got in trouble for it. He's like, you ruined the garden. You ruined the whole entire thing. And it's like, what? And I got in trouble. And I'm telling you, though, when I looked at that window, I saw this head and it was big. It was like this big. And it was looking at me. And I'm telling you, that was it. And I hope I never see another one. But I'm pretty sure that was not a bear. I've seen bears. I've seen a million bears. You know, when you live in Pennsylvania, they come right through your backyard. I mean, it was not.
We had one right here in Sharon in June. You know, this is a town. We had it right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know, it was a 400 pounder.
I mean, it tore that screen. It tore that old screen and that storm window right out of that window.
Wow.
Right out. And I mean, it was just pounding on the side of the house. It scared the living crap out of me. So, so after that, though, I never went across that creek and over there again because I don't want nothing to do with that. I mean, it was bad enough I was seeing the dead guy in the room next door. Now I'm seeing Bigfoot outside of my bedroom window. No, thank you.
Chicken.
I know, right?
8-year-old chicken. But no, with all honesty, that would play scared the crap out of me too, big time. You know, at that age, yeah. But you know, I've always believed in Bigfoot, always. You know, and I always wanted proof. Well, I had my proof. And so, with all honesty, I don't need DNA. I know they're out there. I don't care
Yeah.
if anyone believes me that I know they're out there. I'm at that point in my life. I don't care what you think. I
Yeah.
didn't care before either. I said and did what I wanted. Um,
Yep.
but the thing is, now I want to know why they do what they do. Like the
Like me. Like me.
yeah,
Yeah.
what, why, what, where, and when, and how
How?
come?
Yeah.
Yeah, so and that's like when the UFO and the aliens and stuff. I'm totally into all that. I know they're out there. I've seen a UFO. I was 13, 14 years old when we saw it. So, and mom told us, no, you didn't. And you're not saying nothing either. And the look in her face says, no, we keep our mouth shut or we're going to lose our teeth. And the neighbor guy that lived a half mile up the hill from us took a picture of it. And it's the same thing we saw when we were half a mile down off the hill looking up. And the government, the TV station even reported it. And the newspaper and the government says he was hoaxing. That was a metal trash can lid. How in the hell am I going to see a metal trash can lid a half a mile away?
Way. Yeah. Yeah. Come
Yeah,
on.
but no, I wasn't allowed to say anything. I had to keep my big mouth shut. that bothered me. And that poor guy got ridiculed and everything for it.
Yeah.
He said he'll never say nothing to anyone again.
Well, see,
But tell me. He said, no, I won't even tell you. I said, I believe you. I saw it too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I kept my mouth shut for so long. Don't tell people you've seen dead people because they're gonna think you're nuts.
Well, we found out you are. We became friends. You got to be nuts.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, what people think, I don't care. I don't. I got a problem with people that belittle us for our beliefs.
Yep.
Oh my, Angel,
Huh.
we might need to bow down. The boss lady's in.
Mary?
Yes.
Hi, Mary.
I ain't bowing down, Mary. You're out of town. She's on her first leg to Oklahoma. She's going to be an Okie for a week.
Well, that's all right.
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with that.
She's going on a Bigfoot hunt.
I know, and I know you're sad because you can't go.
I am. I really am. I really want to go.
I know you do.
Drive me nuts that she's going. She's like I didn't put a boot on her truck so she couldn't move it. No, I'm glad she's going. I know we'll get a lot of videos and a lot of feedback from her on it. So it's going to be an interesting trip for them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's Mary Fabian, Lori. Yes, next year. I know, Mary.
Next year.
Yeah, she told me next year, so I'm going.
I got a question for you.
I don't have an answer.
Everything. Appalachia. We're all from here. Good old Appalachian Mountains. Do you think maybe there's something behind the way these mountains are made that draws all this stuff here?
All right. I do. I really do. And that's like the Rocky Mountains, too.
Mm-hmm.
Got a lot. The terrain helps hide the Bigfoots, the Dogman, other creatures.
See, I believe in all of them. I believe in the Wendigo, the Mothman, Dogman, the Goatman, all of them. I believe in them all.
Okay, but here's the thing, too. Pennsylvania got the largest area next to California of old growth forest.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why we're like number 2 in sightings for Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3. I'm sorry. We're number 3. Ohio, I believe, is number 5.
It's because it's
Um,
flat.
because it's the grass man.
It's the grass
Uh,
man.
it's not Bigfoot. It's grass man.
Yeah.
But no, with all honesty, and there's a hell of a lot of sighting in both states, PA and Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie King brought up something, and I said, that's what I've been thinking. Like, you draw lines, you come up from Salt Fork, Ohio, up toward above Mercer County. It goes over to the Alleghenies.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that sounds all Ohio isn't flat. No, not all of it. Some of it's a little bit of hills. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, Alleghenies into the Appalachians. These lines all line up like a travel path.
Yeah.
Giant birds, like creatures with red eyes and central. Yeah, thunderbirds.
Yep.
A hellhound. I need to check into that one.
Oh.
Yeah, that's at Nikki.
Where's the hellhound at?
Where was the hellhound at, Nikki?
That's right up my alley too.
I'm waiting to see what she writes. That's why I'm being quiet. I'm sorry, folks. I should still run my mouth.
Well, I believe in all that stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
you really, how can you not? And like the lines you were talking about,
Yeah.
I do a lot of research. I do a lot of research in the geography, and I'm big into like numerology, astrology, demonology.
Yeah.
In fact, just for a little light reading at night, hold on, let me show you what I'm reading right now. Because I do a lot with the theology too, because I want to know what's going on. Light
Right.
reading.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Right.
The lost words of the lost books of the Bible. Been reading that. It's a good read.
Okay.
So that's the kind of stuff I do.
Here's the thing. The hellhound scared the living crap out of her. Blairsville.
Blairsville. Oh, you know what? I've heard that the hellhound was in Blairsville.
That it was near the Little League field on the backside by the Conemaugh River.
Okay, well, you know why hellhounds come.
I know where that's at, huh?
You know why hellhounds visit, right?
Tell me.
Okay, so legend has it, the legend of the hellhound. They are sent forth onto our plane, and they retrieve the souls of people who have made deals with the devil. So
okay, that's what I thought. I wasn't
they're
sure.
looking for those people, and then they drag them back, wherever they need to, wherever they're supposed to play fetch at. So, yeah. So I don't want to be near a hellhound. No, thank you. But, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want to see one because they might be coming for me. Or grab me by mistake.
That's where that saying comes from. Be careful what you wish for, because you might get it.
Yes, and I use that a lot now since my sighting of the Bigfoot. Yeah, I stick by that too. And I stick by go with your gut instinct.
Yeah. I always go with my gut. If something's drawing me somewhere, then that's where I need to be. That's where I need to be.
Yes. And the other thing too, we need to remember trust our instincts when we're out in the field doing whatever.
Yeah.
And if your gut's telling you something, listen to it.
Yeah, listen to it.
Listen seriously to it.
Yeah, because mostly, Bill, we all have a spirit guide.
Yes.
Okay. That's your gut telling you and your conscious,
Yep.
And we all have a spirit guide. And if it tells you, dude, if you go over there, you're going to die, don't do it. Don't do it.
I was kind of told that when I went in the Army. If you go in, you're going to die.
Here you are living the dream.
I'm still here. So they lied, but it wasn't my gut telling me that. But I was a fortunate one. Nam was over, so I didn't get to go to Nam. So I'm here. That's my biggest thing. Trust your gut. Sparky and I was out this past week.
Uh-huh.
And we both got the feeling on our arms and that, and my hair in the back of my neck starts standing up. And it's like something's watching us. But it wasn't, a fear, but we knew something was there. But we didn't know, we couldn't see what.
Yeah. Now, do you think Bigfoot can be invisible sometimes?
I'm not sure. I can't answer that one.
Because I don't watch really Bigfoot things, and
yeah, we got two questions for you.
Okay, shoot.
Sparky wants to know first. He wants to know: did you ever have a spirit follow you home?
Yes. Yes. He's still here. He's still here. And it wasn't even because I went and investigated. This guy I brought home with me because I bought a relic.
You brought a guy home with you. What did your husband say?
Well, better him than me. That's what he said. But yeah.
I'm sorry. I couldn't resist.
And honestly, I need to take this guy back. Because he does. I do communicate with him from time to time. And he's from Mississippi. He was shot at Burnside Bridge during the Civil War and at the Sharpsburg battle. And I bought a bullet from one of these relic places. And I was like, oh, this is cool. I love the Civil War. That's the other thing I live and breathe. Civil War and ghosts. Okay. So I was like, oh.
That goes hand in hand.
I know, right? But I got more into the Civil War because I love history. I'm a history nut. But so I bought this bullet and I brought it home. And now ever since I've had this bullet, this dude is hanging out in my house. The dog goes crazy. I always tell people, listen to dogs and kids.
Well, find out what part of Mississippi he's from. Take the bullet and him home.
That's what he wants. He wants me to take him home. Because I asked him, and I asked him on my Phasma box and stuff. I talked to him for like half an hour the other day. And I'm like, what do you want? And he said home. He wants to go home. So I have to find out where exactly he's from. And I have to take this bullet and I have to bury it. Because I did, his last name is Edwards. I saw on Find a Grave, there's actually a headstone for him down there, but of course he's not there. I have him at my house, so I need to take him home. So yes. I'm thinking a winter road trip to Mississippi would be nice.
Yes, I think it would be. And before I get to the next question, Lori goes, when she is drawn to something, I run the other way because I'm always the bait.
Your bait.
Yeah, she's the bait. Okay. That's like Mary's sister, Deb. We call her Squatch Bait. Mary used her as Squatch Bait.
Every good group needs bait.
Yeah. Oh, my God. All right, let me get to this next question. Angel, have you ever had a demon around you?
No,
No? Damn, what fun is that?
nope.
Thank goodness, huh?
Honestly, I don't. I'm skeptic about them because I've never had one around me. I don't even know if they exist. I mean, doing a little light reading here and doing some research about them, but um, I don't know. I know there's negative spirits. Okay,
Okay, wait a minute.
if
Who
a
said I
spirit,
have? Who said I have to had a demon around them? It's just coming up Facebook user. I can't see who you are. Can you tell me who you are, please? No, it sounds like I'm ghost shit.
yeah,
Trying to get the ghost to talk.
give me your name. Tell me your name.
Hello, hello.
Facebook user.
Would you like to do an investigation, a house with a demon in it?
Sure, I'm up for it. Send me. Let's do it.
Oh, that's my buddy Tim Gayhart. That asked that said he have. Um, Jim actually has one that throws them around his house.
Okay. Well, you know what though? Let me tell you, demon or not, I don't know what this is a demon so much. I went investigating. I took a group of people with me, and they've never been. And I was doing tours for this gentleman who owned this touring company, and they would do investigations from time to time. He's like, Angel, will you do a couple investigations, for me? I'll give you a couple bucks. All right. So we go to this location. It's called Suicide Bridge down in Gettysburg,
Mm-hmm.
and there's this long path. And I know there's this negative energy there. And I've seen this guy, he just leers at you from behind these trees like this all the time. And he's just mean and grumpy. And I just don't like him. And he's, from the other side.
Sparky's been there.
Okay. Then you know what I'm talking about. So anyways, you go down the path and I have all these guys with me. The funniest thing though, I mean, it was kind of scary, but it was funny because I've got all these people with me. There's like 8 other people and I'm giving them K2 meters and stuff to use. And I'm like, keep an eye on it. And they're making fun. They're like, oh, this ain't real, And the one guy, he's like this butt muscle bound, he has no neck and he's got his ripped t-shirt on and his nipples hanging out, and he's cool and he's got these big muscles. And anyway, so we're down this path and I'm going, listen, he is in a bad mood. I can see him. I can feel him. He is in a bad mood. We are turning around. When I say something's not cool, turn around, that means turn around. And that guy's like, oh, there ain't nothing coming. All of a sudden, I see that guy rushing through the woods. And he's like almost like a berserker type entity at this point. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have to take one for the team. And I stepped in front of him and braced myself, and it lifted me up off the ground and threw me in the bushes. That big old dude who wasn't scared dropped his K2 meter and went, ah! And ran to the car. Everybody left me. They all ran, and I'm laying there. And I got up. I'm pissed at this point. I'm like, what is wrong with you people? You don't leave people behind. I'm like, that's it. Tour's over. Go home. No, I don't think it was a demon, but it's definitely a negative entity that lives there in the woods. There's all kinds of legends and stuff about this guy. I do know that he's a very angry spirit. He's angry, and I don't know why he's angry.
Jim got pictures of himself getting beat up by this demon at night, throwing him out of bed. I mean, he got some serious, not Cole. He's a big boy.
No,
Sparky's a big boy.
I'm coming to stay, Jim. Your address. I'm packing up the equipment.
Come on, Sparky, we got it going on tonight.
All I need is a clean pair of underwear and my equipment. I'm ready to roll.
Hey, Lori says that negative entity made her physically ill.
Yeah, some people get sensitive to that kind of stuff. And I always tell people when they're out with me, listen, if you start getting a headache, if you start feeling like you're going to throw up or anything like that, you're just soaking in some of that energy. You don't need to be around here. Let's take you off to the side and put you somewhere safe, because some people are sensitive to this stuff and they don't even realize it.
Right.
You know, they don't realize they are.
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of immune anymore.
That's like with infrasound.
Mm-hmm.
I got nailed twice with it. The first time was back around 2000. I was up on top of Penview Mountain there above Blairsville. Okay. I was bear hunting. And before I go any farther about that story, hi, Megan. Megan's here.
Yay!
That's Taco's woman. Her and her daughter, they're the sweetest. I love them. But anyhow, ghost hunted around the country. Never had anything like this before. I've been thrown through stores, tables, coffee tables, and bars. That's Jim.
Cool.
All right, Chloe's here too.
Yay!
Hey. But
I've had chairs thrown at me. I've had, all kinds of stuff thrown at me.
Yeah.
I've been pushed. I've been scratched. I've been pushed downstairs.
It
just
different vibrations affect people different ways.
Yeah.
And I can attest to that because both times I got hit with infrasound was two different feelings. And, with all honesty, the first time made me deathly ill.
Mm-hmm.
I take it back. They make me first time made me disoriented, and I'm headed actually southeast, down over the hill toward the Conemaugh River. And the train tracks down there. I ended up going toward Blairsville. And I'm looking around like, how in the hell did I get here? And where in the hell am I? Well, turn around. Another hunter finally started coming up because I'm standing. I'm just looking around. I don't know which way to go. I don't know where I'm at. And as the hunter's coming up, I says, hey, I got kind of turned around. I don't know where I'm at. Which way is it to Bear Cave? He's about 3/4 of a mile back up that way. I went, wow, did I get turned around?
Yeah.
So I hiked it back up there, got to where I was going, got in my vehicle, and ran home. And ran into the house and told my ex-wife, I says, I'm done hunting for today. I'm going to bed. She says, what's wrong? I says, I got turned around. I got lost. I don't know where I was at. And I don't know how I got there. And I'm looking at the clock on the wall. I says, and I lost time, so I don't know what's going on. I'm going to bed. And I went to bed. And I never thought nothing of it other than I just got turned around. A couple of years ago, it's about 2 years ago now, I got it again. And that was in Shenango Township. Me and Debbie was out, and I got hit. She didn't get hit. I got hit. I got sick, weak-kneed, lightheaded. And I said, Debbie, I got to sit down. I'm getting sick. And I'm hot, and my head's light. And she calls Mary Fabian up. telling Mary about it. Mary says, get him out of there. I think he just got hit with infrasound. As I got out of there, you got to my vehicle, I'm starting feeling a little bit better. Once I got home, I still had a slight headache, but I felt a lot better. So, yeah, I got hit with infrasound there, too.
Well,
So it affected me two different ways. And so it was a different type of vibration that nailed us with.
Yeah. Well, that's like I take my mil meter and my K2 meter and my EMF meter everywhere before I investigate these places because, like you said, all these old homes, they have old wiring, and come on now, nothing is ever level or done by code back then. So a lot of times that EMF that's coming off of old furnaces and light sockets and stuff,
You're
they
right.
can affect you, and people don't understand that. And they're like, oh no, it's a ghost. I'm like, oh no, it's not. You need to spend a couple dollars and up your electrical system.
Yeah, exactly.
Quit licking the light switch because that's not good for you.
Taco, I'm going to give slap you, buddy. I'm not answering that question for you.
What? Come on.
Okay, I'll let you answer it. If you're nude in the woods, do you have a better chance of finding Bigfoot?
If you're nude in the woods.
That or poison ivy, either one. I don't know.
I found the poison ivy one time. I'm going to tell you, I wasn't good.
I don't want to know where.
Okay. So I have a question for you.
All right.
It kind of goes with both of our stuff, with both of us. I get pictures all the time from people, and they're like, oh, look at this, this is, look at this picture. I'm like, and I'm looking at what? I send you pictures. I don't ever post a picture or say something that I caught something unless I have picked it apart bit by bit. But I love the pictures I get, and it's fog.
Yes.
Yes, it's fog. Or, remember those Where's Waldo books and those picture books? If you stare at it long enough, it becomes a picture.
Yep.
And I'm like, what am I supposed to be looking at? And then they get all butthurt. They're like, oh, I can't believe you can't see that. Well, I used to play that game when I was a kid and look up in the clouds and say, hey, look, it's a dog chasing a rabbit. But,
now, wait a minute. What's your question? Do I get those too?
Do you get those too? And then how do you deal with that? Because I sometimes I try to be graceful about it.
How can you be graceful when they're totally not?
Yeah.
I still try to be nice.
Yeah.
Except for this one guy. I can't use the exact words, but I did call him an idiot. But I had a bunch of expletives before it. Because number one, you could see it was a tree stump.
Yeah.
Number two, there was no bark on this tree stump. That's how rotted away it was.
Mm-hmm.
Number three, the tree stump was only 1.5 feet off the ground.
Okay.
And I knew the area.
You're like, I've tripped over that tree stump a time or two.
I says, now go back today and take another picture of it. Oh, I took several pictures of it that day. I go back today. No, I got several pictures. That proves to me you're a idiot.
Yeah. Well, that's there's the other bridge in Gettysburg, Sachs Bridge. Okay. And people were always like, oh, these people are hanging in the rafters and this and that. Number one, nobody ever was hung from that bridge. Number two, the bridge has been moved like 30 feet down the river because it was washed away one time. Number three, okay, so they're like, oh, we're going to put this lit cigarette on this cold iron railing. And then this ghost is going to move it. And I'm like, The ghost doesn't move it. It's called physics. I'm like, I was kind of stupid in high school, but I know physics. I'm like, you put something hot on something cold, it does something weird. That's what my husband will tell you all the time.
Oh, jeez.
So
yeah,
I get really
exactly.
angry I get angry about those kind of people, and I'm like, whatever. I'm like, I
I
don't know,
still,
not to be stupid.
that was the only one I got mean to, because that person was an idiot, and
Sometimes you just
I felt bad afterwards, but
no, you did it. Liar.
but we try to be nice. Like some people, they bring us pictures of prints. There's nothing to compare it to. They don't put it. If they smoke, they didn't even put a cigarette pack down next to it.
Yeah.
Some are bear tracks, and we can tell they're bear tracks because the bear's rear leg will step up and hit the front paw print.
Uh-huh.
And it does make it look like a big foot.
Yeah.
But it's there. You can tell.
Yeah.
Demon is the prayer, and that's the sound like the story I posted today about the nun shadow on the church. Okay. I didn't see that story, Robin. But anyhow, you got to be nice to these people because they really think they found something.
Yeah.
But when they act like idiots, it's really hard to be nice. My buddy Rob, he's the biggest jokester in the world. That's how he gets through life. Me and Rod's been friends for like 50 years. And he finds jokes in everything. And a couple times he ticked me off and I told him about it, but I ticked him off and he's telling me about it. Shine light his light in, huh? Ask her about the dumb guy who walked right up to her and in the middle of our live broadcast, shined his light in your face.
Oh. Yeah.
This is gonna be good. But but when it comes down to getting serious, like on ghosts, Robbie's so much into that. He really is. And he thinks when I got into hunting for Bigfoot and I'm really getting into it, he said, okay, that's something else he's just running off. But he found out how deep I got into this.
Mm-hmm.
Super deep into it. Robbie and I always believed in the paranormal, and we even built haunted houses we did.
You know what?
For the Shenango Valley JCs, but we did.
Those things scare the crap out of me.
Yeah, because you don't know where you're coming from.
Yeah. Like if that guy comes out with that chainsaw, you better bet you can follow me by the puddle of pee through that cornfield.
Down on Vine Avenue, Sharon, we had this haunted house, Angel. And this one lady, she was drunk. She had a hold on to my arm. I was the tour guide. We go into a little short hallway and go into the gallery, it's called, where the pictures all change.
Yeah.
Robbie came up with that from Disney. He made it too. And they worked. Robbie did a lot of the special effects. We come out of the gallery and we head down the long hallway. And I'm saying my spiel. I can't even remember what the spiel was. And all of a sudden I stomped my foot on the floor. And the lady, she's holding onto my arm. She squeezed it real tight. Said, "Oh my God, I just pissed myself." All right. I think, yeah, she dribbled. Now, this is still at the beginning. This is a 2-house haunted house.
Oh.
Yeah. And all the
Oh,
crap,
no.
the crap me and Rob went through to get it built too. Oh, but anyhow,
You're all over it.
we get through the haunted house, get outside after we get through the second house, because we put a catwalk up on the second floor from one house to the other, and turn around and had to get that inspected. They said you can drive a semi on it. That's how well we built it. But anyhow, we're outside, come through the cemetery, coming up between the two houses to exit. She stopped me. She says, "Look, I had to run up and tell the people, get a mop, clean that hallway before someone falls." She was totally, oh my God, she was totally soaked and it was cold out. Oh my God. And she was, and we're outside. She's still steaming from it. Oh, yeah, the good days. But yeah, with these haunted houses, when you go to them, the haunted hay rides, whatever, you don't know where the people are coming from.
I know. And you don't really know if it's really a psycho out there or not with a chainsaw. I mean, I'm just saying.
The only psycho I know that might be out there would be Jason Colley. What's up, brother? He's out here now.
I mean, I'm just saying, if something growls though underneath a house, and somebody's like, "Oh, I think it's a demon," I'm like, "I'm going in," you know?
Yeah.
No,
yes.
You take me to a haunted hayride, man. Everybody's gonna be peed on, and I'm gonna be crying by the end of the night. I can't handle that. Hey, I have EVPs for you.
All right. Before we hit those, we are going to hit those here real quick. We got to make a plan to do a ghost hunt and go to Sparky's.
Okay. Let me know. I'm always up.
Yes.
I'm free. Let's go.
Yep.
Let's go. I'll bring the equipment. I have way too much equipment. Spend way too much money on this stuff.
Which haunted house, Sparky? And Rob loves your Frankenstein pillow.
Oh, he's my favorite monster. I love Frankenstein. He's so misunderstood. He just wanted a friend.
Now, wait a minute. Now, wait a minute. I thought it was your favorite monster.
No.
Oh, you did the one on State Street, Spark. Holy shit. Rob says Karloff lives. But anyhow, let's do those EVPs.
Monsters. Those are the best monsters.
Yes.
All the rest of these monsters suck. Except for Gary Oldman in the Dracula movie.
I don't know. I like Freddy Krueger.
Really?
He's in your dreams.
Yeah. So he's in Momoa.
Oh, Jesus.
Okay, anyways. So, I don't know. Do Bigfoot hunters have as much equipment as us ghost hunters do?
Well, my backpack's downstairs and it's full.
Okay, like what kind of equipment do you have to carry?
I got my night vision. I got my recorder, my tick spray, my
tick spray. Got tick spray.
Damn straight I do. Just what I need to add to all my illnesses. Lyme disease.
I shouldn't say nothing because I have smudge spray. I like it whenever I use it because I always spray myself before and after a serious investigation, to ward myself and cleanse myself. And I love it when people go, "Oh, you smell so good. What is that?" I'm like, lavender and white sage.
Smudge. It's smudge.
It's anti-demon perfume.
Oh my God. Okay. But oh geez. Let's get to the EVPs before we go any further there, Smudgy.
Okay. So I'll play this and see if you can. I hope you can read this. Listen, I promise. I have this little IT guy that I just hired to do all my ghost chick stuff for me. He's gonna start putting all my stuff together for me and everything because I've just been doing this, for myself for a lot of years, and now I've been doing it with other people, and I'm not tech savvy. I'm kind of like you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're copying me here.
Actually, probably worse than you because I'm going, oh man, I don't even know how to podcast. So, anyway, so I have this little guy.
I'm learning. You can learn. I'm learning.
I'm gonna learn because he's gonna start transferring all this this evidence I have and everything. But a couple of these EVPs I caught. I'll play them for you and then I'll tell you where we were at and what went down on that one. Okay, so can you hear? Tell me your name. Okay, let me play that for you again. Did you hear that?
Yes.
Is that getting you? What'd you hear on that one?
I couldn't quite make out his voice.
Well, I'll send this to your your page, and I'm going to put it on my Ghost Chicks page too, and then you guys can listen to it over and over and over again. Yes. What I pick out is actually I'm with my husband. We're at Fry Cemetery, and it was full moon night. It was crazy that night. I mean, I see these shadow people. They're running left to right, and they're all over the place. And I just got done looking up, and I said to Mark, I said, "There's one standing right behind you, dude." I'm like, "Don't move." I'm like, "Just don't move." And he's like, "All right." And then I said, "What? What?" I'm like, "Is something getting you?" And he goes, "Uh-huh." And then you hear on the EVP, something goes, "I can't move." Just plain as day. And I'll send that to your page. So
yes, please do. Please
okay.
do.
And then I got this other one. This is actually me and Lori at SCI Crescent. And and I'm going back. We're in the chapel and we're all by ourselves. Nobody else is there. And we are sitting still. We are not moving. But that place, I mean, I had hits on the K2, on different parts of different equipment, stuff's lighting up and everything. And then I came home and I listened because everywhere I go, I'm always recording. I'm always recording something I have two recorders usually going, voice recorders. I have one that I do like split EVPs, like I'll do a short burst one. But then I always have one that I just let run the whole entire time I'm investigating. And then I'll listen to them. And this one is from the chapel at SCI Crescent. Come on.
Oh, no, did it say what I thought it said?
It says, "Look up back here."
Here. Yeah.
And
Holy shit.
when you go in the chapel, okay, you go in the chapel, and up right behind you is this balcony where the organ is at. And I kept saying, I keep seeing something like coming around that corner. I'm like, something's looking at us. I'm like, and then I would look and it'd be gone. I'm taking pictures. I'm not catching anything. And I'm like, what the heck? I'm like, I know it's here. And then I got home and I caught it. And it says, look up back here. And I'm like, I knew you were there. I knew you were there.
I love it because I caught that and it's like, am I really hearing that?
Yeah, I'll send these to you. I wouldn't put anything on the Ghost Chicks page until after this podcast. I'm like, you have to watch or you aren't going to see it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, Sparky says for Bigfoot, and he has a voice recorder, a night shot camera, a night shot video camera, a flare, a thermal, a kill meter, an EMF meter, a laser pointer, a flashlight, and glow sticks. Just for Bigfooting.
Yep.
And I got knockers. Not these ones, but wood knockers. I kept it PG.
Not even going to touch that one. That's a whole different podcast.
But I was asked. All right, Lori, I will ask her after this other question. Where can people buy equipment like EVPs and EMF and stuff?
From me.
What are the good brands?
You can get them off of me. If people
Okay, well, stop right there.
What?
She will be at my paranormal conference in March. The Ohio Paranormal Conference.
Come there.
She will sell you equipment there.
And I don't sell it for anything over what I pay for it. I don't make any money on this at all because I'm not gouging people. I can't stand it when I go to like some of these places and they're like, oh, this is the latest equipment. Well, your equipment is crap. Your equipment is crap. For example, I'll show you something I'm talking about. I hate this thing. And somebody talked me into buying it. SLS Ghost Tube. Okay. It's an SLS camera. And you pay $12 or $14 for this thing.
Okay.
And it's on your phone. And I love it when people use it and they're like, oh, look, it's a ghost walking around. No, it's not. You're an idiot. It's a shadow. It's a tree. It's a branch. It's the gravestone. It is not the paranormal. You're an idiot. Spent $14. I fell into it too. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot too. The other thing is the regular ghost tube. I kind of use it sometimes. Sometimes I do get intelligent responses. But this thing also is loaded with like 830 words automatically.
Oh, yeah.
So as soon as you turn it on, it says Satan, demon, run. And I'm like, there is not Satan here. There is no demon. And I'm not running for nothing. Unless you have free beer or Bigfoot is chasing me, I'm not running. Not happening. So, yeah. So I try to tell people, I tell you what equipment is good and what equipment sucks because I've bought them all. I fell into it. There is a place out of Ohio, though, that I would love to sell their equipment for them. The North Canton Paranormal Society. They have some really cool equipment. That's where I got my tripwire from. Where I got my light up dowsing rods from. That's my jam. I'm really good at that. Wait till you see me do that, Bill. That'll blow you.
That'll be good.
So some people can't do that at all. I love it when people, I'm like, here, use these ones, and I'll give them a fresh pair of dowsing rods, and they about put their eye out with them and stuff. I'm like, that's not how you do that. Let me show you. So, but I do.
They're like pom poms to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Jim wants to know your opinion of the Panasonic DR60.
Um, I guess it's okay. I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't really know. I don't have a good opinion about that because I've never really used it a whole lot. So I couldn't tell you if it's real good or not. Actually, I try to stay with when it comes to voice recorders and cameras. I try to stay with the cheapest brand because believe it or not, a lot of times they work the best. Like I spent like $400 on a camera one time, and that thing wouldn't focus or pick up anything. I mean, it just sucked. And then I went and bought a $68 cheapie, and some of my best photos and stuff come off of that thing. And like my voice recorder, I spent like $120 one time on this voice recorder. People said, "Oh, you got to have it. It's the best one." That thing was crap. It was a most terrible, miserable recorder I've ever had. You know what? I can't even find it now.
I got
a
$120 voice recorder. I figured, oh, this is the best in the line. I'm getting it.
See,
I can't leave it out. I can't leave it out. It costs too damn much money. And it does just as good as a cheap one. You're right. And
this one is my favorite one. Cheap old RCA voice recorder. Let me tell you, this baby never fails. And then that's the one I run like the whole time that I'm out. And then I carry this one for burst. And it costs like $40. And I love it. I can plug it into my computer. It's easy to use, like in the dark, because what I do mostly in the dark. So if I can't find it with just my thumb or whatever, or my finger, it's not worth the time or the effort. If I got to push this button and do this and do that, it's not worth it. So but I will have this kind of equipment with me when I come to your
awesome. Good. Okay. Now I got to ask Lori's question for you. Are you ready for this?
Sure.
Hey, ask her what she said in the chapel at CSI Crescent that made her slap you.
I can't say it. It's a PG show. It's a PG rated show. Because I was sitting in the chapel and something grabbed me, like right by my hoo-ha. Something grabbed me really hard, and I went, "Holy shit!" I know. I was kind of excited there for a minute because I was like, man, it's my lucky night. But yeah, something grabbed me. I mean, really, really hard. And I was like, so I couldn't.
Holy
and I was
shit.
like, it just effing grabbed my, and she was like, we're in a church. I'm like, it's cool. I'm like, well, like whatever. And then I came out of maximum security shortly after.
No wonder.
I went to the maximum security wing, and something kept like touching me, and I'm like, swinging at something I can't even see because sometimes I can't see them. Although I see a lot of them, I don't always see all of them, And I come out of there, and my shirt's pulled up, and I'm flashing everybody, and I'm like, what in the world? She's like, your boobs are out. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, put it in my pants. I'm like, that's not cool.
Oh my God.
They were taking liberties, but October
Lori
21st,
said it was all quiet and you screamed.
It was dead quiet, and all of a sudden I was like,
oh.
Whoa!
Lori, you got shanked? And she got grabbed. What the hell did you do to piss him off, Lori?
She talks too
oh, oops. And
much.
it was all quiet and you screamed. Okay. Rob said he's coming to the paranormal thing because he wants to expand his interest. And well, thanks, Rob, for saying that. Uh, it, he said if I vouch for you, it's good enough for him. Uh,
Okay.
uh, we'll see after the show. No, no, I do vouch for her. She, joking aside, she is very good at what she does. Yeah, I'll give her 110% on that. I'm not going to throw no crap out there. She is that good. There you go.
I tell people all the time when they
That's
come
a
with,
dollar you owe me, by the way, not a quarter, a dollar. That was a good compliment.
Listen, I'll give you $5 for that. I can be bought. Anyways, where was I? I lost myself. Oh, I tell people when they go with me out, I'm like, listen, I'm like, have you ever watched Ghost Hunters or Ghost Adventures and stuff? And they're like, yeah, that's why we're here. I'm like, well, forget what you saw there because that's all fake. I'm like, listen, because it takes hours and hours. I mean, you saw how excited I got over 2 little EVPs. That's like 3 weeks worth of investigations.
Yep.
Just to get that little tiny blip, So they're watching these shows and these guys are getting stuff all the time. And I'm like, that's not how it works. You have to be dedicated. You have to spend the hours and hours and hours doing it.
Well, that's like Bigfooting too.
Yeah.
Same thing. Because the one area I go, the Turkey Trail, Jim knows it. Sparky definitely knows that area. All summer long, I was going in there and it wasn't seeing much of anything different. Nothing. Now I always talk to them before I come in, let them know it's me. I always say, "Hey guys, I'm here. I'm just here to learn from you. And I'm not. People might think I'm crazy for doing this, but it works because the time I didn't do it, this right before fall, I'm walking in there and I didn't say nothing. And I get cleaned down about where I turned to go in. And all of a sudden, the loudest damn tree knock I ever heard there sounded like it was right beside me.
Oh.
Yeah. It's like, hey, we're here and you didn't tell us you was type deal. Yeah. And it made me jump. It did. It's like, whoa. And I went, wow, that was right here. Guys, I'm sorry. I know I didn't say I was coming. I was distracted. I'm sorry, but I'm here. I'm just here to learn from you. I'm coming in peace. Don't be mad at me, please. And I stood there for a little bit. I'm waiting to hear another knock. Nothing. I go down and cut in, go on in, sit down. And I don't hear nothing, not even a bird. I'm like, they're here. They're here.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Don't hear a damn thing for about a half hour. And then all of a sudden, the birds start making some noise, and you hear a squirrel. I says, they left me. Okay, I'm going to take off. And so I got up, walked on out, and then all of a sudden I see an eagle flying over, and I said, "Yeah, he's gone. Even the eagles are back."
Yeah.
So, I ticked them off. They were mad at me.
Well, that's what I try not to do. I try not to provoke them.
Yeah, I don't know why, other than I was distracted. I had a lot of stuff on my mind, and that's why I went out to the woods. That's my solitude, and it was kind of crazy, that they did that. And they were close, and I don't know exactly where they were at, but they were close, and that's like my other investigation down in West Winfield. 3:00 in the morning, I go up the one trail, sit down. I took my backpack off. I'm getting ready to open it up, get my voice recorder out, and my night vision out. and some stones and stuff came up over my head and landing in front of me. And now it's pitch black in there. And I'm like, okay, I'm leaving, guys. Never mind. I got my backpack, throw it on. I didn't even zip it up, man. And I start walking out. A couple weeks later, May and Debbie Preggy came back there. And Debbie, me and her walked up in there. And she, I says, here's where we were at. And what the hell happened here? I think we got kicked off our podcast on Bigfoot.
Oh.
It says live video happening now. Okay, show it. But it ain't showing it on here. So I don't know. But anyhow, I ain't going to worry about that. I'll go to Agent and see if it's there. Yep, we're still on Agent. But the thing, too, is, hi, Steve. Steve Miller joined us. You still see and hear me, but are you on YouTube, Jim? Yeah, I know I'm on the Agents one, but for some reason it's not showing up on my Bigfoot page. But anyhow, where was I? I was lost. I got lost.
You packed up your stuff and left. You didn't.
Oh yeah. Well, the next time we, yeah, that's my junk hanging out. Okay, I'm still on YouTube. I'm still on. We were come back in there. Main Deb is daylight. We get up in there. I says, yeah, I've sat down right over here. And I look to the one side. There was a big stone face wall right there. 20, 25 feet off to the side. The trail's right here. I'm about 10 feet in off the trail, sitting on a log. Behind me is these trees. And I can look down toward where the road was. But I couldn't see the road. And I look up over me. The tree canopy was so thick, there was no way he was throwing those stones up through the trees because they did not come down through the leaves and that.
Yeah.
That sucker was right behind me.
Oh, man.
And I did not know he was there.
Mm-hmm.
Him or her, I don't know what. I didn't see it, but it was right behind me. My dead ass was glad it got out of there.
Or it would have been a dead ass. I would have had to come find you then.
We'd be talking interdimensionally.
Yeah. So I have one more story to tell you. It's a really good one. Last month, we went on a trip. My husband and I. We went on a trip out west. Went all over the place. Was everywhere. Mm-hmm. Ended up in Cody, Wyoming for a couple days. All I know about Cody, Wyoming was founded by Buffalo Bill Cody, right?
Yep.
That's all I know about it. I'm thinking, oh man, it's a cool old west town. I'm like, woo! We get there. It's really late, so we get in our little cabin. The next day, they're like, we want to go and see this museum. We want to do this. We want to do that. I walk into the museum, and I'm like, oh, nope. It's a big bag of nopes for me because there's way too many dead people in here. I mean, this place is just like crazy. I'm starting to sweat. I can't breathe. I'm like, no. I'm like, I gotta go outside. I go outside. I'm fine. I have an all-day ticket. I walk back in. I'm like, nope, can't handle this. I have to go back outside because it's like just crazy. I mean, the dead people in there was unreal. And I'm like, I can't. I mean, the sweat is pouring. I'm crying, and I'm like, I don't even know why I'm crying now. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, I'm losing my mind. My husband goes, come over with me over here. We're going to go to the gun museum part. There can't be any ghosts over there. I'm like, okay.
Wrong.
I walk in there. There's some dude in there from World War I. And I'm like, what the heck is going on? I'm like, nope, I'm leaving. So I left and I went outside and I'm sitting outside and I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to stay out here until you guys are done. He's like, all right. I said, just tell him I have a headache because we were with other people and they don't believe in this stuff. So,
Right.
so he's like, yeah, I can't tell him my wife's crazy. I'm like, that's right. So I'm just going to stay outside and wait for them. Later in the day, I was said, you know what? You guys go do whatever you want to do. I'm going shopping. They got all these cool little, cute little quaint shops up and down the streets. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. I'm looking, there's this old cowboy. I mean, and I'm thinking, oh, he must be part of that Old West show that they've been, all over
Right.
the streets. They're saying, watch his Old West show later. And I'm thinking, he must be part of it. Till a Subaru drove through him. And I'm like, never mind. So I'm like, I just got to go and have a drink. I'm like, there's just way too many dead people here for me. I just can't handle this. I'm fine with, just a couple, but we're talking way too many now. I'm like, that's it. So I go over and I'm like, I'll meet you guys at the Irma Hotel. They got a bar. There's a nice little sitting area outside. I should be safe there. I know nothing about this place. I walk in, I get myself a Coke, I go out and I'm sitting and I'm like, man, I gotta pee. So I go in and I'm like, could you please point me to the restroom, please? And the girl behind the bar, she's so nice. She's like, yeah. She's like, just go at the end of the bar, down the hallway, make sure you look at the cherry wood bar that Queen Victoria sent over. And then right down the end of the hallway is the restrooms. I'm like, okay. So I walk out and I'm like looking around and I'm like, I just kind of got that feeling. And I'm like, but it could be because there's 400 dead animals in there and they're all looking at you like this. I mean, there's taxidermied animals everywhere. So I'm like, man, this is a little creepy. But I mean, he was a hunter and he's, Buffalo Bill. Of course, there's going to be taxidermied animals. So I'm like looking. Then I go into that room and I'm looking at this bar and it's gorgeous. And I can't believe they sent it by over by boat and then put it on train and then by wagon just to get it to Buffalo Bill Cody. And I'm like, that is really cool. I walk in the bathroom, there's a man. I'm like, shit. I'm like, don't make eye contact with them because then they don't know that you see them. Well, it's too late because I already looked at him. He already looked at me. So I just walk past him, pretending like I don't see him, go in the stall. And I'm like, I hope he's gone because I can't pee with an audience. So I go to the bathroom and when I'm done, I peek out and I'm like looking for him. He's gone. I'm like, shoot. All right. So I went over and I'm washing my hands and I open up the door and there he is right there. And I'm like, and I'm looking at this guy and he's got this hair and it's combed over and he's wearing these dark glasses and this long white cotton shirt. He looks like he's like maybe from the 40s or 50s. Like he's wearing suspenders, this tie. He's kind of, like looks like a businessman. And all of a sudden, I hear in the corner of my ear, "No, Ruth," and I'm like, "My name is not Ruth." He's like, "Ruth." I'm like, "My name's not Ruth." So I'm like, I see you, but I don't know what you want. I'm like, so I don't know what you want, dude. I'm already overwhelmed from the day, there's dead people everywhere. I can't handle this anymore. So I like bolt past him, go through the mercantile part, through this little emporium. And I'm like going, oh man, I wish I could hang out in here. But this guy is like right here now, like over top of me. And he's going, Ruth. And I'm like, oh. So I go out and I slam the door on him and he couldn't come out on the porch. And I'm like, whew, okay. So now I'm on base. And I get out there and the lady that was with me is like, are you okay? Why are you sweating? I'm like, it's hot. I'm like, so I sit down and the guys come up and they're like, hey, you ready to go? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's go back to our cabin now. I'm ready to go. And my husband goes, why are you sweating again? I'm like, listen, there's a dead dude in there and he's looking for somebody named Bruce. And he goes, oh no. I'm like, oh yeah. And he's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes." And then everybody else in the group goes, "Oh, look at that cute little emporium. Let's go in there." I'm like, "I can't want to." Mark's like, "Come on, it'll be okay." We open up the door. I walk in. There he is standing. And I'm like, "Shit." So I put up my hand, and everybody's looking at me like I'm crazy because I'm like, "Stop," because he's coming near me, and I'm like, "No, no, no, stop." And I walked up to the lady behind the counter, and I go, "Listen, I am not crazy. I'm not insane. I'm just going to tell you the way it is." I'm like, "I see dead people, and there's a man standing behind you, and he's looking for Ruth. And where can I find her?" "What do you mean?" I'm like, "He's looking for Ruth, and I want to know where she's at." She's like, "I just started working here. What do you mean this place is haunted?" She's like, "Are you serious?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm serious." And she's like, "I don't know." I'm like, "Okay, I tried to."
She just started. She just quit.
Just quit. So we go back to her cabin because I'm like, "Nope, Angel out." I'm like, "I can't deal with him because all he's doing is going, Ruth, Ruth, Ruth." And I'm like, "Shut up, shut up, shut up." And so we go back to our cabin, and I'm laying there, and Mark's like, "Are we going to the rodeo tonight?" I'm like, "Are there going to be more dead people? Because I can't handle more of this." I'm like, and I'm crying, and I'm like, "We got to get out of Cody." I'm like, "There's too many dead people in Cody." I'm like, I'm done. And he's like, "What's going on?" So I told him, and he goes, "Well, let's see what we can find." So we're looking it up, Irma Hotel, Ruth, whatever. Here, after Buffalo Bill Cody dies, the place goes to ruins. His hotel.
Okay.
This fancy businessman buys the place, fixes it up. There's a picture of him. I went, "Son of a..." I'm like, "That's him. His wife's name is Ruth." I'm like, that explains everything. She died on August 21st, which was my birthday. And I'm like, "I can't handle it." I'm like, "Listen,
oh my God.
Go to the rodeo. I need to stay in here. There's no dead people in here." I'm like, "No, no, no, no." I'm like, So
I'm done.
my life. This is my life.
Oh shit. Robbie asked, and Lori kind of answered, but I want to hear your answer. Robbie goes, "Could two people be seeing the same spot and one sees a spirit and the other not see them because they are not in tune or not a believer?"
Yep. Yep.
All right. Lori goes, "Yes, totally. I'm Angel's counterpart. I don't see them like she does. I can only feel them." So, yeah, Rob, that was, you and me had this discussion years ago. And I said, if they're in tune to seeing them, they're going to see them. If the other person ain't, they won't.
They won't. They just can't.
Yeah.
You know what, though? It's society's fault. It's society's fault, Bill. Because
Yes, it is.
they were told from the time we're little, like I was, "No, there's not. You're crazy. Go back to bed.
Yep.
You're seeing stuff and you're nuts and you're crazy and you're making up lies and you're telling stories and nobody wants to believe you. So you turn it off. You turn it off." And that's why I tell people, listen to kids, listen to animals. Like my dog barks at that guy that's in my house now from that bullet all the time. Just sits there and looks at him and goes, "Oh," all the time. And I'm like, just leave him alone, but see, kids and dogs and cats and whatever, they don't know that you're crazy if you saw that spirit or whatever. They have no idea that we think you're nuts because you saw that. So I tell people, listen to them because they've been uninfluenced. Now
Right,
I've turned
right.
that.
And that's where you get your trolls, because they would turn so far back that they'll just say all kind of nasty shit to you.
Yeah.
Plain and
Yeah.
simple.
The
And
naysayers.
all right, Sparky got a new niche for you with your ghost
Okay.
hunting. Go out and look for the ghost of Bigfoot.
The ghost of Bigfoot. But what if Bigfoot is already a ghost?
Or interdimensional.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I believe in
I didn't-
portals and stuff. Do they come through the portal? I mean,
Uh,
we're on this plane, we have these two planes, and that's why, like, right now it's spooky season and everybody's all like, "Ooh, Halloween."
Oh yeah.
That's where Halloween comes from, you idiots. It's from the Druids and stuff. It's because right now this time of year is prime season because the veil between the two worlds is so thin. It is easy for those to come from the other side to visit and to do their thing, and this is actually why it's also a good time to help them move on. Because if they're stuck and they're just don't know, go to the tunnel, dude. Go to the tunnel. There's a light. Go. Right now it's easy to go. Go. So, that's my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, and I believe a lot of them do need help to the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think I can do it myself. I don't know. I might be able to help lead them. I don't know. Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to talk to them. That's all they want you to do is talk to them.
Yes.
And that's what I try to do with them when I know they're there and I see them and stuff. And it's sometimes I can't always hear them. There's only certain ones that are really, really loud, like that guy in Cody for some reason. He was so loud.
Yeah.
But I see them and I'm like, I understand you're stuck here. You don't have to be. If you want to go to the other side, go. There is a tunnel. Find your tunnel. Find your tunnel. That's all you need to do. Find it. But some of them, what if they don't know they're dead? What if they died so quick and so violently they don't know they're dead?
Yeah. And how do you tell them without pissing them off?
Yeah, because by now they're already, kind of freaked out. I mean, think about it, Bill. I always tell everybody, I'm coming back to haunt y'all, and I really am. But what if you don't know you're dead and then all of a sudden somebody's moving into your house? You got strange people sleeping in your bedroom stuff. They moved all your shit out and then they moved their crap in and now they're living in your house and you're in there and you're going, hey, hello, I'm still here. And I think
you think they'll realize after people move in.
Yeah. But some of them just don't.
Like the movie Poltergeist or Patrick Swayze's movie Ghost. How much is that can be real that they actually found out is real? That like Patrick. It makes you wonder.
But the funny thing about all those movies and those shows and stuff, a lot of them have people that are like me.
Right.
And they help the writers and producers and stuff do that show or that movie.
Right.
So a lot of it, a lot of it's made up,
Yeah, of course.
because they have to for entertainment reasons. But where do you think they get the idea of how to pull it off?
Exactly. And, that's like anything. They're in there to make the money.
Yeah.
Number one thing. And that's like your Bigfoot shows, your ghost hunting shows. If they find a Bigfoot or actually find a ghost, show's done.
Yeah.
No, that ain't making the money if the show ends.
No.
Like Finding Bigfoot, when they did the monkey pheromones. And that, I was all for what they were going to do, except for the way they did it. And it really, really got me upset. I haven't watched the show since. They took that drone, which is
Yeah.
they took the drone and sprayed the whole field with this monkey pheromone. When we deer hunted and used the doe scent, we did not put it all through the field.
No, you
We
put in
want
one
that.
specific area.
Yeah, bring it to us.
Yeah.
No, they did it all wrong, and they did that on purpose. I say it was on purpose, and
Yeah.
and that ticked me off to no extent. And to see that they did that and it showed that it did not work. It would work if you did it right. You know, and I'm a firm believer in it. And somehow I want to get some primate pheromones. I don't know anyone that I can get them from. And if I do,
Come on, it's gotta be on Amazon somewhere.
I thought so. I just want to do it. I just really want to do it, and I'm telling you, Angel, I know it will work. But
It makes sense, though. It does make sense.
yeah. And believe me, I don't know how I'd be set up to watch them to come for it. Then the tick, and if it's a big horny male, I'll be in trouble.
Well, yeah.
You oh yeah.
You
what are you doing here? I'm after her.
That would be very unfortunate.
Oh yeah, you do. Jesus, no. So yeah, I got to think this out a little better.
You better put some big thought into this one.
No, I got a game plan for that. If we can get the stuff and be able to do
I
it.
know. I can loan you Lori because she's great bait.
Oh, wait a minute. There's a link for it that was put up. Was that you, Tim, that put that? Oh, wait a minute. No, Robbie did. Rob, is that primate? Lori said she knew that was coming. No, Lori, you're ghost bait. I got to use Mary's sister, Deb. She's squatch bait. Thanks, Rob. I'm going to have to send that in a private message to me because I'll go end up losing it on this scrolling. He's getting me primate stuff. Ah!
Wow, chicken. Do you drop the primate pheromones and then put on Barry White? Because that's usually what works for me.
I don't know. I was going to have you come out with me when I do it.
Oh well.
Do you want Barry White put on for you?
Listen, I'm not dabbing it behind my ears. Okay, I do that with the holy water when I go places. It only stings for a little bit.
Oh man, I knew this was going to be a fun night. Oh geez.
Okay, well, if somebody wants to really have fun, I'm just going to tell you right now. I'm going back to Crescent SCI. I'm going back to Crescent on October 21st. They have another public ghost hunt, which you have to pay for. But if anybody wants to go and they're interested, buy a ticket. You can meet me. I'll bring all the equipment. I'll show you how to go for fun.
What's it cost?
I think it's like $89. It's expensive, but it's fun because from 8:00 at night until 2:00 in the morning, and you get to go all over the place. And the place is huge. And I'm going to tell you, it is super duper active. you don't even really need equipment to go there and know that they're there.
Right.
But it's just crazy. It's crazy there.
So if I end up going there with you,
uh-huh.
I got to follow you, see if you get manhandled.
You know, it's just a given. It always happens. I don't know. You have to be the one that goes, Angel, put it away. Nobody wants to see that.
Angel, not again. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Sparky, I think we got a thing to do this month.
Come on, Sparky. It'll be a good time. I also want to do Moundsville Prison in West Virginia in the near future. I think that's going to be a good one.
No, yeah, very much so. I've been wanting to do that. They call her the lady of the evening.
Yeah. I go to the cemeteries and they talk to me and they call me the lady of the evening. But listen, in that dude's defense, when he called me that, it looked like I wasn't wearing any pants. I had shorts on and a really long t-shirt. So it looked like I had on no pants. So I think
no wonder he's calling you lady of the evening.
Yeah.
Did you get ghost money thrown at you?
I did.
Oh, sorry. Hey, this is supposed to be PG. Cut it out, Bill. Oh.
Hey, if ghost money was spendable, I'd be getting me a ghost pool.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, this equipment's expensive. I got to pay for it somehow.
Oh. All I got to say is equipment is expensive. You know, I do go speak at different events. I don't charge. I do have my shirt. I sell my hat. You know, I do have decals. And that's just to recoup some gas money and maybe help pay for my food. Or if I'm camping overnight somewhere or staying in a motel, help pay for that.
Yeah.
But I don't charge to go speak and talk about my experiences or anything. To me, you know, we're out there to share the knowledge.
Yeah, because you know what, and that's the whole thing. Some of those places that do the investigations and they charge you, and they take you out, and they do it, and then you know a lot of it's fabricated bull crap.
Right.
Because you know I've had people tell me these people are paying a lot of money for this ticket, so even if there's not something there, make them believe something's there so they're satisfied because we don't want to hear them bitch later.
Right. Now,
you want me to lie?
No. There's a group of guys. They are great guys. They're doing a thing this month down in Greene County. I believe it's in Greene County. There's 2 haunted houses, the real haunted houses.
Oh, are they going to the poor farm?
I'm not sure. Outside Paranormal. Outsiders Paranormal's doing this. And several of the nights, they charge $30 a person.
Yeah.
Which is fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
You know, to go in these houses. That's fine. That's 2 houses now. And do that haunted tours of it. These guys are like you. Boots on the ground. They go investigate. They're awesome. You know, I agree with that. The thing is, there's a $30 charge, but you're getting into 2 houses that are truly haunted.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have activities.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's why I'll pay the $89 for Crescent, because I know.
Yes.
I know for a fact that place is off the hook crazy. You know? I know it is. And it's worth every penny.
Yeah. But then we got these groups in Bigfooting that will charge you $1,000 to go camping one weekend. That to go out Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah.
The thing is, why would you pay $1,000? You got to supply your own food, your own camping gear, pay your
Yeah.
own way there. And when they tell you, well, it costs us big money to come there. Yeah,
Well, yeah, and
exactly.
and
Yeah,
that's the Grand Midway Hotel in Johnstown in Wittenberg.
right.
I want to go there. But of course, you have to pay for it, and if people want to go with me, fine, but you're going to chip in, to buy the place for the night because I can't pay the, $400 by myself. If I can get 10 people to go, we all chip in, that'd be great. So, but if not, then I'm going by myself. I'm only going to get one room and I'm going to try to get the craziest room,
Right.
So none of that money, and I think that's what they don't understand. None of that money that they're paying goes to me. I get no money for this. I get none of it. It's just, I'm going to check this place out because I want to. You're invited to come with me, but you're going to pay your way, dude.
Yeah, I can't afford to pay yours and mine both.
Yeah.
And every piece of equipment I got, I paid for out of my pocket.
Yep, same
or
here.
My wife gave me money for it. People don't understand how expensive it gets. Sparky knows. He spent good money on his stuff too. Jamie King spent good money. Brian Seach. Now these are the people I look up to. I really do. They spent really good money into this. And it's just, people don't understand. We spend this money so we can learn.
Yeah.
But the thing is, then they say, why are you selling shirts? Help pay for my gas. Help get me food. That's the only reason I'm doing it. And, it's like, sometimes I feel guilty selling my shirts, my hats, and that because I say I'm doing this stuff for free and I'm selling stuff. But it helps compensate, and not a lot. It doesn't compensate a lot. It's not like I'm making a fortune off because I'm not. I got this couple coming up Sunday for a couple shirts, a couple hats. They're good people. They've gone to my camp out. We've been camping out twice together. They come to my Bigfoot meetings. They're a great couple. He's an agitator like I am too, so we get along great. And I appreciate that. And I told him, I said, because they live like a half hour from me. I said, I'll bring it to you. No, we're coming up your way Sunday. We'll stop in. To me, I would have just taken it to them.
Yeah.
But they wait till Sunday. They just want to come up and visit. And not like that because they're good people. But
we have to get something together. We have to go ghost hunting somewhere. I'll come to you. I don't care.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'll go.
I got to get it set up for the couple places here for you. Anyhow.
Okay.
And Lori, you're gonna have apparel. I hope you have some apparel on to help advertise it. About the event in March. Right. She said we're gonna have apparel. So, but I can't wait for March either. It's all coming together, and
winter is so long.
I know, 6 months.
Winter is so long.
Yeah, 6 months. It's crazy. But the thing is it's going to be a great time, with the lineup of speakers, with a lot of the vendors, some great vendors. Hey,
I
seriously.
can't wait.
Hillview Manor's even going to be there.
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to find somebody to run my stand.
Lori.
Yep. Bait. Watch this table.
Lori, I'm not saying nothing. I ain't gonna say that. Nuh-uh. Yeah. Lori says, "Look how dramatic you are." And Sparky loves Hillview. He really loves it. Okay. I'm using the other mic. Give me a deeper voice. No.
Still very white. Better turn it down.
Jesus. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. No. Oh. PG,
Lord.
damn it, PG.
Boiled again.
Oh, Lori, I see what you mean. But, yeah. So, I got a bunch of great vendors coming. So I know you're going to have a blast. We're actually going to have Cryptovania TV there doing a live podcast.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. I thought, oh, that's going to be really good.
Yes.
That's going to be good.
Those two guys are awesome. They are awesome. I never met Josh in person. Tommy, I have. But these guys are great. They really are. And, I've watched these guys for a long time now. And it's going to be great. And, with all these different vendors coming, this is going to be a big success. It really is. And I'm excited about that. And I'm still nervous about it. You ever met Ed Kelman?
Nope.
Wait till you meet him. He's from New Florence. You know where that's at?
Yes, I do. Sure do.
Yeah. He's one of the speakers. You're going to enjoy him. Yeah. He has some good ghost stories for you.
Good.
And
cool.
True ones. He will. Lori goes, I'm sure I'm going to be at the stand. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll come and sneak you out once in a while.
Nope.
Nope. Nope. And the other thing is, we got the authors, we got the aliens, we got the ghosts, we got the Bigfoot, we got Dogman, we got the whole spectrum kind of covered on the speakers.
Mm-hmm.
Getting the whole spectrum covered on the vendors, like Sibel and her metaphysicals. Lori, shh.
Tell her
You can't say, she didn't say nothing. Actually, not this time, Steve. But let me see if one guy will split his thing up about that. He might cover that too. We got Dogman covered too, because Dogman's kind of famous here in Mercer County.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
But like I said, Sybil with her metaphysical, she's gonna be here. We got, let's see. Wait a minute. I'll do it the right way. Let me pull out my folder here. Good night, buddies. My grandsons are going to bed. Look at who's on the top of the page.
Who?
Holy shimoly. I can't believe this person's coming. I didn't know that was in there. The Ghost Chicks.
Oh. Man, you're lucky because I'm telling you, she's a hard one to get.
That's not what I heard from the ghost. We got Goosebumps, Paranormal Society showing up.
Cool.
Jimmy Trick. We got Tony LeBarn, Legend and Lores, the author. We got Christine from Solstice Nights. Bill. We got Erie, Ohio. I can keep going and going and going. I guess Kevin Paul's coming now. Brian Seach is trying to get a couple other ones in. He's talking to them. I think I'm going to have like 30 or 40 vendors. We got Reiki people. We got tarot cards, card readers. We got readers, period. We got the whole spectrum covered. And that's why I'm really excited about you coming, because you're on top of the charts with this stuff, the way you do it and everything.
Oh,
So,
well, thank you.
I don't say that too often. I don't want your head to swell, but
no, because I got to be able to wear my hat.
I'm wearing my hat to cover the grays. But, yeah, and I'm all excited, especially when you said you're coming. It's like, yes. Oh, shit. I got to plug this one too. And you know her.
Tammy.
Yes.
Yeah. I love her.
Yeah, so do I. Tammy from Creative Minds.
Yep.
She has made me some shirts. Paranormal is the new normal shirts, which I got hanging on the door back there.
I have one, but I wore it yesterday.
I see how you are.
What?
She made me a banner. She, me and Tammy worked a lot together on this stuff, the different stuff. Like the banner, me and her went together on it. It was mainly her ideas, and I just tweaked it a little bit the way I liked it. And
I know. I love her.
Very little tweaking. And then when we met up in Punxsy, we finally got to meet in Punxsy, we hit it off. She can design anything for anybody. She really can. She's awesome. I
she came up
recommend her.
with the Ghost Chick logo because I was like, I have no clue what to do. I'm like, I know my name. I just don't know what to do with it. And she goes, well, how about this? And she sent me some stuff. And I was like, oh, I like that. So I have two. I have the one with the little pink bow, and then I have a regular normal looking one. So, but yeah, I mean, I get all my stuff from her. She's a great gal. I went to school with her. And her brother. Yep, in Alderton. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. And I never knew it, but I used to drive past her place all the time. Because I had that property up in Indiana County and living in Sharon, and lived down there, and I had to come up to Sharon for family. Yeah. Always back and forth through there. Always. And small world. And I'm so glad I met them. They're great. They're really great. And I'm saying that from my heart because love them for what they do.
And I love the fact that, I can just give her a call and say, hey, Tammy, I need a couple shirts. I need these. I need that. And she does it.
Yes.
I don't have
Yes.
to buy 400 shirts at one time.
Yep.
I don't have to, break the bank. I can just get
Yeah.
what I need and I'm done.
Exactly.
That's the great part about her, and she's a small, thriving business, and she does it because she cares about the people that she does this for.
Yes.
And she
Yes.
did all this stuff, and she was like, Angel, she's like, I have somebody you need to get in touch with. I was like, like, yeah, here it was you. I don't know why I'm still friends.
Oops. But no, yeah, she's awesome. And I called her about a couple other events too, and to let her know about them and see if she's going to do them. Plus, I called and checked up on her, see how she's feeling and that, because she was under the weather there for a while. But she, it's good people, and I like to see her get where, get her just dues, might as well say, of business-wise, because she deserves to get it, because she's that good. She is that good, and I got nothing but respect for her. I don't care. She deserves the best.
And the thing is her stuff is nice. Like I wear my Ghost Chick shirt pretty much every time I go to investigate or whatever.
Right.
I throw it in the washer, and nothing comes off. Like I've had other stuff made, and I wash it twice, and then there's half of it missing. And
my Paranormal New Normal shirt is awesome, and it's a good feel. It's comfortable. Great stuff. Hey, Tammy, we're talking about you. She's watching. Love you, Tam. It's all about you. Yeah, we're plugging you big time, hon. But like I said, the Paranormal New Normal shirt is comfortable. It fits nice. Awesome. My banner she made me is awesome.
She didn't make my banner, and I hate it.
She didn't make this one. This ain't the one she made me.
Tammy, I need a banner.
You're welcome, Tammy. You hear her, Tam? She needs a banner. Tammy says, thanks for the shout out. Of course, you deserve it, huh?
Yep. Creative Minds, Shalocta, Pennsylvania.
Yep.
Grew up.
If you can't find her, message me. I'll hook you up.
Yep.
Or message Angel. She'll hook you up. We'll get you with her. She deserves it. We want her pulling her hair out. She's too busy.
Hey, don't make her too busy because she's got to come.
Oh yeah.
She's got to come too. So
she's committed.
Busy.
She's committed.
Yeah.
And I don't mean in a psych ward, but when she's done with you and me, she might need to be.
She might.
But you're working out. How are you working out, Tammy? You're talking to us.
She's a multitasker.
She's better than I am. She is. She's good. Okay, enough bragging about Tammy. Let's do some more bragging about, let's see, who next. All right, Lori's already the ghost bait.
Yep.
What can we brag about now? We can brag about Megan. She came back and was watching. But then again, she might get mad and leave me. Megan's a great person. She really is. Her and Taco and Chloe came up to Punxsy to see me speak up there. That was awesome. I loved it.
I missed it. I had to watch The Stand.
Yeah, I know.
I never got to leave. I never got to see anything there. I went to the bathroom one time and I'm going, holy crap, there's a lot of crazy people out there like me. I was so happy. I was worried. I thought, there's nobody going to show up for this stuff. I'm going to spend all this money and get ready. And I'm like, I was so nervous about it. And then I saw the masses of people. I was like, we're all nuts. And
the gentleman that came up to me after I spoke, okay,
Mhm.
he does not do the internet. He caught it in the papers, and he came
Yeah.
up from Indiana. Okay, he came up and spoke to me right away, and he mailed me this letter of his sightings.
Oh.
He told me about it. He showed me on the map about it, and this is a copy of the letter he sent to Stan Gordon,
Oh. Well, that's cool.
and I got it.
Oh,
He
that's
said
cool.
he said he'd send it to me, and I'm so happy he did, and I'm so thankful he did. He even sent me a little note with it on this pink index card. It's on both sides, but nice guy. Had his wife with him. He was telling me all about it, and I said, I know the area. He's pointing on the map. I said, I know where that's at. I drove past there several times. He's pointing at the second spot. I said, I know where that's at. And so that made him happy that I knew where he was talking about
Yeah.
and that. And so I got copies of it. I got to give these copies to a couple other investigators. I got, because I told them I would give it to them to put in their files. And because they compared all this stuff.
Yeah.
And you compare the data, the sightings, of where they're at, what they're doing.
Well, it's the same with
you-
me too. You know.
You got to compare all this data to see what's going on.
Yeah.
It's just awesome the reports that come into me. I posted on the one Mercer County site. It was legends, histories, lores types. So I can't remember. I can never say the name right on it, but I go to it all the time. I even posted that we were going to be on tonight, the podcast I put on there. I had a lady message me because I said, any paranormal, cryptid, I said, Bigfoot, ghost, whatever, I want to hear about. I said, I'm an investigator for it and the whole 9 yards. This lady messaged me and told me about her sighting. She's a teenager, 1962. And she had a Bigfoot walk out in front of her on Route 58 between Mercer and Greenville, PA.
Yeah.
She went home and told her parents. They says, you didn't see nothing, type deal. Now, this is even before the P&G Patty film. So that was 65, 67. This is 1962, and my heart's going boom, 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 as she's telling me this. So I made copies of that report, and I even asked her, I said, I'm going to be on WPIC radio. Can I bring this up about it? She says, yes, we got to get it out there. And I'm like, awesome. And I said, I won't use your name or anything. She said, that's fine. I'm like, wow. This lady, she's a teenager, 16, 17 years old in 1962. Look how old she is now. And she still wants the word out there, even though her parents told her to keep her mouth shut. She went and talked to the farmer in behind their place. Asked him if he saw anything like that. You see, I saw him several times. But people say I'm crazy, so I don't say nothing anymore. And I ain't saying nothing.
See?
All right. Yeah, exactly.
Society is the problem. It's society.
Yeah.
Tell us,
yes, it is.
Tell us we're crazy. And why do you do this?
Yeah.
Why are you doing this? You're stupid. Well, I don't know. Why are you sitting in the bar drinking $80 worth of beer on a Friday night? Go find yourself a good hobby,
Yeah.
You're stupid.
I wish I got in this investigating crap years and years ago. Truthfully. I'm 63 years old now. And it's like really? You know, and I've been doing this for 3 years and full heartedly, but I kept an open mind. I think outside the box.
Yeah.
I deduct everything like a skeptic. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know, and what you got to do. And
Yep.
uh, being out with Sparky, uh, he, me and him thinks a lot alike out there when we're looking at stuff, and a lot of it, yeah, I look at it from the hunter's view, and as an investigator view,
Mm-hmm.
and you should, you know,
Yeah.
like you try to debunk your ghost hunting stuff. I try to debunk about Bigfoot. You'll never hear me say it's definitely was a Bigfoot that did anything. Okay,
Yep.
Because I never saw him do it. Once I see him do it, now I say, "Yep," but
Yep.
no,
That was a big point.
but nope. That's a good probability. It's probably was, but I'm not saying it is. You know, because once I deduct it, it's not man-made, not animal, it's not weather, it's not natural. You know,
Yeah.
once I deduct everything out, then it probably could be. You
Yep.
know,
And that's why, like from the last 3 weeks, I probably have 20 hours of recordings to listen to and
Yep.
videos. But I throw most of it out. I'm like, nope, that's not it. Nope. So if I finally post something or show something or have an EVP of something, then it's definitely something, because I have thrown out a million other ones
yes,
before, I said, hey, check this out, because this is something, I never
Yeah.
believe when somebody says, oh, this place is haunted. I will be the judge of that, because I think you're lying.
I'm going to say, like the one place downtown here, which we definitely got to get into, was the old train station.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been converted over different things over the years. But upstairs, the one time that the guy that owns it owns a bunch of buildings in town, got a nice business going in town. His one worker was over there doing some work upstairs of that building. He actually saw a lady with a suitcase walking across the floor.
Oh, well, that could be what we call a residual haunting. It's the
Yes.
same ghost, same thing over and over and over and over
Yep.
and over. The intelligent ones are the ones I seek out. I want to
Yeah.
hear that knock. Just that little tiny little blip of whatever, and that's the ones that get my heart excited.
Yep.
The residual ones are still cool. By all means, they're still really cool, but
Yep.
they're just doing their same routine, muscle memory.
That building used to be the Eagles Club too, at one time before it went debunked. But the guys got scared down in the basement. They saw a bunch of different stuff. Mike, the owner of the building, says he's seen stuff in that basement. Yeah,
I want to go.
yeah,
I want to go stay in your basement.
yeah.
Let me in your basement.
We'll get it happen. We'll get it to happen. Yeah, Rob. Mercer County Life Legends and History. That's it. that page I posted on.
Okay.
And I can never get it. I know how to go to it, but I can never say it right. It's duh. But the thing is, like I said, this is such an old town. He says every one of his buildings he owns has got something in it going on in it.
Mm-hmm.
The guys won't go down in the basement of the old train station where his weight room and that is, his exercise room. He built an exercise room down in that one. And the one guy said, nope, I am not going. No, that's too freaky. So,
That's like that basement at the Farnsworth house in Gettysburg.
Yeah.
When I was working there, something happened to the water or something. The water guys had to come in and they had to go to the basement and way back in to the original part of the house. And this part, nobody's allowed to go in. And they were like, "Who's taking us down?" I'm like, "I'll take you." And they're like, "We ain't going in there. You got to go in and turn on the lights." I'm like, "Come on, man." I'm like, "Just do it." No way, man. We know what the stories of this place. We're not going in there. I was like, chickens.
Oh my God. Lori loves that basement.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. She didn't always like that basement. She's a big chicken too.
Oh, really, Rob? Robbie goes, Mike's house over on B Street was haunted too.
Hey, can you hold on just 1 minute?
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. She's pulling an Arnold on me. Be back. No. Some weird stuff happened on B Street. Yeah. Yeah, that's why you're debating, Lori. Uh-oh. I hear something coming. Sounds like keys. Or a dog collar. Or both. Yeah, Robbie, you told me about that. What are you laughing about? Huh?
What did I miss?
A lot. You
Oh,
shouldn't ran and peed.
I'm happy to see Wade.
I got a funnel with a hose here.
I knew it. You know, when you
No.
start to get to a certain age, you're like, oh man.
Yeah, I do know. That's why I've been nursing the same bottle.
And then he's going to use it later. He's going to recycle it.
Oh, yeah. No, Rob was telling me about that Mike that owns those buildings. That place was haunted that he was first going to buy, him and his wife, but that deal fell through. But he said he never told me about it, but he did. A guy went to school with that lived there killed himself in that house. Rob, you did tell me about it. I remember. So yeah, that's Mike that owns these buildings, his old homestead. Yeah, it's very interesting. This whole town got so much history in it.
Yeah.
With the ghosts and everything. I love this for that. I don't want to live here anymore, but I love it for that.
Well,
I want back in the country. I want back in the country. I do.
Me and I live up on top of a mountain.
Shut up.
What?
Rub it in. Rub it
I have
in.
no neighbors. I'm ready for the zombie apocalypse. All I need is a sniper rifle. I have beans. I'm ready.
I got sniper rifle.
Well, come on and stay with me.
Yeah,
Bigfoot's in the backyard. The Wendigo lives down the road about a mile.
I live on top of the mountain or the hill here. I'm 3 doors down from the top.
3 doors down from the top.
Yeah.
Well, there's no doors around me. The only door is my door. Yeah.
I wish I could say that.
You can see forever. So.
Yeah. Robbie said at that house on B Street, Mike's dog would just stare into space and growl at it. Nothing there. Yeah, something was there, Rob. Lori says it's beautiful at your house. And why would she leave to go ghost hunting then? No. I'd be Bigfooting in the backyard.
You could go Bigfooting back here. I'm pretty sure. My daughter was like, Mom, there's Bigfoot in the yard. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Probably we got everything else, so probably.
Yeah. Mate. Holy cow, Angel.
Bill,
We're 13 minutes from 3 hours.
hey, I can't help it if we're that interesting. It's been a good one. I can't help it. We have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we are that good. I said it's going to be a good night.
People were on watching, weren't they?
Yes.
Or was it just you and I? Because I can't see the ticker.
You, I, Robin, Lori, and Steve.
And Steve.
Steve, I don't know about your accent, but I saw a couple things you posted. You're in my prayers, buddy. But yeah, your buddy Steve Miller.
Oh, Steven. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Oh, man. But that was fun. That was fun. We went to the Hoover House, him and I together, and he tramped all through Gettysburg with me for a week. I showed up before he did and did some stuff, and then he came, and we had a fantastic time.
Yeah.
And then he come back with me and do some more.
Yeah.
But the tripwire in the Hoover House, the K2 meter, the cat ball. Do you know about those cat balls? The cat balls. Have you seen those cat balls yet? Hold on. Not like feline balls. I'm talking about light up cat balls. Hold on.
What about you, Sparky? Yeah, you're still here. Okay. Use quiet. Oh, okay. Never mind. I thought you neutered a cat.
That was a long time ago. But these little things, I cannot get them to go off anywhere. I have taken them to every investigation for the last 3 years. I can't get them to go off for love or country other than turning them on. I lay them down and they don't do anything. And I'm like, stupid things, they don't work. We put these in the Hoover House and it started going off right away. And I'm like, what is that going off for? Because I was like, I've never seen it blink like that. We got so excited. I was like, I can't get that cat ball to go off anywhere. That's the only place I've ever had it go off. The tripwire was going off. The K2 meters were going off. I mean, they were just left and right. And that kind of stuff just gets me so excited. It's probably like the equivalent of a knock for you or something.
Right.
Swinging you in the head with an acorn. So
yeah. True.
I can't get it to go off. So when it does, I'm like, I get so excited.
Tammy says she really enjoyed the Hoover House videos which you and Steve did. So I think that should be interesting. And Sparky, get a hold of me tomorrow. We'll discuss when we get her up here. Because it'd be interesting to see what she finds at your place. So, yeah, get your butt up here for that. That will be interesting. Especially if you see dead people.
If you see my face go all crazy, you're going to know. I'm going to be like, it's over there.
I'll be back. I gotta go pee. Oh shit. I gotta go pee now. And I can't pee here. I gotta go home.
Oh no, not me. I'll pee anywhere. I'm just saying. I used to drive 18-wheelers. I could pee anywhere.
I live in the country. I can pee anywhere too, but no, I'm going home. Oh God, no. We can have fun there.
Yep. Will you just let me know?
He's gonna get a hold of me tomorrow, and we'll figure it out, hon. Definitely. Okay. Definitely want to get you up here for that. That's gonna be interesting. And I'll get a hold of Mike and see if we can get him squared away that we can get into that basement there or over to another building and investigate them. Yeah, Lori, I know she ain't kidding about peeing anywhere. She ain't gonna BS on that one. No piss about it. Oh,
So how do you feel about like some people get like weirded out whenever I go to these cemeteries and stuff to investigate? They're like, "Oh, why are you doing? Ain't that weird?" I'm like, "No."
no.
I find the
Well,
most interesting people in cemeteries, and I'm very respectful about how I do it and stuff. You know,
you
not
got
over,
to be. You got to
I'm not
be.
over there kicking over stones or being nasty. I'm just being very respectful and saying, if there's anything you want to say, is there anybody you want me to contact for you? Do you need help with anything? That's how I go in. I go in with a positive mindset. And mostly I like to go in there because you find the most interesting gravestones and dead people. I love to
Well,
read. I think
we
it's so
had
cool.
we have a gypsy queen that's buried here in
There's a
Sharon.
witch down the road.
She could stay down the road, but we got a gypsy queen,
Cool.
and that was from the 30s or 40s when she died. She was coming through town and she died. Um, that's still to this day the largest funeral ever in the city of Sharon.
Cool.
And for 20 years after she passed away, there was 2 guards near her grave and wouldn't let people get up close to it unless you was a gypsy to leave the coins and the jewels.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, we'll have to make a trip there to Oakwood for that. Yeah, yeah. But Tammy asked a question. I better get to it. Have you seen anything paranormal while you was driving the big rig, like along the road?
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen lots of weird stuff driving. It's just, I don't know. You just see them. You know what I mean? Like there'll be
Mhm.
somebody standing there in the field or something or alongside the road, or you catch a glimpse of it and you're like, oh, and I don't like that. And sometimes I have seen like the ones that I told you about earlier, the ones that
Mhm.
have died violently that I don't like to see too much. Like you'll see
I,
them before, and then all of a sudden you'll see this big burn patch in the middle of the road, and I know exactly what's going on,
yeah.
and they are confused. And the funny thing is, then you go through there, and then all of a sudden, the radio would work weird or something. You'd hear like the static and stuff, and it's just I don't know. And it makes you just kind of deal because you know what went on. I mean, there's no doubt about what went on, and they're just standing there and they look very confused and scared, and I'm driving, so I can't stop and I can't say, you need help. I'm sorry, you need help. So, yeah.
Jim says not queen, princess. No, Jim, I just read the article again in the Sharon Herald. She was a gypsy queen. That was the queen. Yeah. And you go up to and ask the caretaker where the grave is. He'll laugh at you. I don't know why. But then he'll tell you, but then he'll laugh at you like, oh, yeah, he wants to go steal jewels or something. No. Uh, uh, oh. Ha 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 ha. No. Those Native Americans she saw in the museum were our Civil War soldier, Walter, who always followed us in the Farmsworth house.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Lori's letting a lot out on you.
She's a rat.
Yes, she is. But yeah, it's just, like I said, so much history of everything here. But the largest funeral was for a gypsy. They come from all over the country and came for the funeral here. It tied up the whole town. Just reading about it gave me chills. It's like, wow, just to see something like that. And I saw some really large funerals around here. Some very well-known people. No, I don't want to see the dead people riding around with them.
No, I have this picture in my living room. It's my ancestors. And they came from the old country. They're a bunch of gypsies. So I understand. I understand the whole gypsy thing. I mean,
Romanians.
when you talk about, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. My family is a bunch of Romanian bohemian bone hunks. They say, like, my great-great-grandmother was a gypsy witch. So maybe that's where I get some of my stuff from. I don't know.
Possible.
But if you if you look at her, I mean, she looks like, and you just want to, you're like,
all right. Robbie puts up, it's Queen Lena Miller was the gypsy queen.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, when we get you up here, we'll take you there. You pay homage to your ancestry.
Yes. Yes.
But anyhow, it's 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
So
it's time to go to bed now.
I think it's time for me to go visit my wife.
Yeah, you better go see your wife.
Tomorrow's our anniversary, by the way, folks.
Oh,
13 years.
Somebody actually put up with you for 13 years?
I'm impressed.
That's okay.
Tammy wants to know one thing.
What?
Is the gypsy on your mom or dad's side?
My dad's. My dad's.
Her dad's. Thank you, Robbie. Yeah. I don't know how she done it. I really don't. I'm a hard man to live with, but she must love me. Me and her have been friends for about 25, 30 years before we got together. I mean, really close friends. But her husband was my best friend. So I fell in love with her years ago, but I wouldn't even show it because of Jeff. I couldn't do that to him.
Yeah.
And even though I wanted to, but I didn't. And she secretly loved me too.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, and I didn't know it.
What happened to him?
He died from cancer.
Oh.
He died from cancer. We end up, me and her, I stayed real close. Me and her end up going out one night just as friends and go listen to music and dance. We went down to the bar. Well, we started having a few drinks. Well, they tasted kind of weak. Rum and cokes. So I started getting me and her double rum and cokes.
Oh,
now, I haven't been drinking that much. Oh, yeah. I haven't been drinking that much then. Not like my younger days. Well, I start feeling no pain. We're up dancing to this one song. I can't even remember the song. And I looked at her and I says, "You're going to be my wife one day soon." She looked at me, turned around, and started headed toward the restroom. Her brother and sister-in-law was there. Her sister-in-law followers her in. And I'm like, oh, shit.
Oh, no. What did I do?
She just started, I thought, my God, she just I just blew it with us. Why did I even say anything that I loved her or not? Oh, why? All this crap going through my head. And her brother said, "What'd you say?" And I told him, he says, "Yeah, that's Cole." I said, "I don't think she thinks so. She's gone." Oh, she come back out, nothing was said. Well, we played it smart. We had her daughter Mary and to come down to get us. And so she come down at designated time. Well, she turned around and she was going go. She says, "Come on, we'll give you a ride home." "Oh no, it's not that far. I can walk. No problem. It's only a few blocks, which is about 8 blocks, 9 blocks away." Well, I finished that my next drink, and they were gone for a little while. I I head home. That's the longest walk I have ever taken. And I hiked some miles before, but this 8, 9 blocks was the longest it ever was, man. That about killed me. Wow. Well, the next morning she calls me. And it was like 8 o'clock in the morning. I already called off work. I'm hungover. My head's like this big. And she goes, "You up?" I said, "Not really." And she says, "What's wrong? You still sleeping?" I said, "I'm hungover." "I'm not." I said, "Call me when you get up." "Oh, yeah, whatever." I hang up. I go back to sleep for a little while. I wake up and went, "Oh, shit. What did I say last night?" I hid from her for a week. She's calling everywhere trying to get a hold of me. I'm so embarrassed with myself. I hid. Oh, well, she got a hold of me. She says, "Do you remember what you said that night at the bar?" I went, "Yeah." She said, "I think we need to talk." "Okay, I'll be right down." It's only a few blocks from me, so I shoot down there. She goes, "So, did you mean what you said?" I went, "Yeah, I did." "Now, why did you ignore me for a week?"
Because I'm an idiot. Because I'm a man.
No, I did say I was an idiot and embarrassed. So 13 years later, she's still with me. Thank God. I did win her over. I don't know how.
Well, they say sometimes the best friends turn into best lovers.
Yes. So
You have to be married to your best friend, and I believe that.
Yes, and you know what? This past year, she's been going through a lot medically. She gets surgery on the 4th. It's a 4 to 5 hour surgery. Hopefully, they get things straightened out for her where at least she can get out there with me more. Because we were, for 11 and a half years, we were connected at the hip. When I'm not working or she wasn't working, we were together. We went everywhere together. And last year and a half,
well,
I miss it. I miss it. I miss her being with me. I miss her going places with. We used to go hiking before I even started looking for Bigfoot. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate that.
I'll be saying prayers for you and lighting a candle for her to have a speedy recovery.
I pray for her for being married to me.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to take a special candle.
A huge one. Yeah. Oh, my God.
And a chicken.
So, yeah, I'm a fortunate man that she does support me in my endeavors. She's a great woman, and I'm very thankful for her. So, you guys won't see me tomorrow, probably. I probably won't do no lives like I do all the time.
Well, yeah, you better spend the day with your wife.
I'll give her an hour or two before she whips my ass. Get away from me. I'm sick of you already. No. And Steven, you got my prayers too, dude. Thank you. You will be in my prayers for sure. Hope you get better. And I see Larry Batson is out here tonight. The great Larry. He actually drew my sighting from a podcast. I got it put away here. I should get it in a frame and put it up. Larry the Animal Guy. He's been on NBC, Tonight Show, the whole 9 yards. That man has been everywhere, and
Oh,
and he has all these animals. Look him up. Buy his mugs, and the other stuff he's selling to help feed all the animals. I mean, he got everything. He great guy, and the man deserves nothing but respect because he's a very intelligent man. He's been studying Bigfoot for years and years and years, and he's a hell of an artist. His wife's a hell of a great lady too, and they there's times they're struggling because they're feeding the animals. And so if anyone go to his Facebook page, Larry Batson, Batson, Larry the Animal Guy, check him out. You guys, he does drawing animals. He does things with schools for kids with the animals. I think a lot of it now are like we're doing, like a podcast type deal.
mm-hmm.
But he's still teaching kids about animals and that, the different animals, the reptiles, the whole 9 yards. Yeah, it's great guy. That's all I'm going to say about it. Great guy. So people check him out. And all right. It's already about 10 after 10. We've been at this for over 3 hours. I can go probably another 3 hours, but my wife will probably shoot me. But Angel, thank you very much.
Thanks for having me on here. It was great.
I had loads and loads of fun. It's been very interesting. And I will be getting a hold of you real soon. As soon as me and Sparky works out the details and get you involved, figure out you can make it then too. And we'll do this.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm going to send those EVPs to your site, and I'm going to put them on the Ghost Chick site tonight too.
Awesome. Thank you. And thanks everyone for joining in and your questions, the whole 9 yards. We appreciate every one of you. We really do. Angel and I both do. We love having you here. It's been great. Talk to you all later.
All right.